Once again, we are back here on Sunday afternoon, the 18th of April. Myself, Nathan Lewis, Aaron Davis, and Dale Richardson once again here for another episode of Talking Madness. Boys, how are we doing today?
Well, I'm feeling a lot better since I've got my haircut. So
is that what it is, Dale? You're feeling a lot better?
Yeah, I'm feeling a lot better. I'm much happier now. I've got a haircut.
I'm not Dale. I'm fuming. You've had your haircut. Fuming.
I know you are, mate. I'm sorry to hear that, mate.
Nathan, I need to start with some sad news on this.
I know we do. I know we do. Let's start with the sad news. Come on, let's get out of the way. Go, Aaron.
As you can all see, Dale's had his haircut, everybody. So, Can we just pay some respect, please, to Dale?
Rest in peace, those lamb chops.
Rest in peace, lamb chops.
Yes, they are gone. They are gone.
But ladies and gentlemen, big exciting news, though. We have got a special guest joining us tonight, a special host, I mean. Ladies and gentlemen, I was shocked when he joined us earlier on, but ladies and gentlemen,
yes,
that's not Dale Richardson, ladies and gentlemen, that's Cristiano Ronaldo.
There it is. There's your special
Cristiano Ronaldo has joined us on Talking Madness, ladies and gentlemen. Look at him.
Well, there you go. I wish I had his money.
Is that what you did, Dale? You go to the barber with a picture of Cristiano Ronaldo and just said, I want this.
Yeah, I said, I want to look like that. And they said, don't be stupid. We're not miracle workers.
You look sharp, Dale.
You're looking good, Dale. Talking about guests, hosts, etc. Ladies and gentlemen, we do have a guest joining us tonight. As you can see, we're missing one member of our host team. That's because our guest tonight is none other than Leyton Sims. Joining us tonight, Lee Simmons, joining us tonight here on Talking Madness. We're excited for that. Are we, boys?
El Mijito.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, Lee's got a lot to talk about. He's been around for a lot longer than I thought, to be fair. So he's got a lot to talk about.
He has.
He has.
I thought he weren't here because he couldn't reach like the top of the table. Like, sometimes somebody had to switch all the phone for him.
Talking about things that are special, today is a special day, ladies and gentlemen. Today is a special day. And as always, if you go to the CPW shows, you know what happens when it's a special day for someone. Because, ladies and gentlemen, today is the boss's birthday. It is Mr. Richard's birthday. And what happens at CPW when someone has a birthday? Well, we all sing happy birthday.
All right.
Yes, we do.
Yes, we do. So, in CPW tradition, as we haven't got a show for us, but we have got Talking Madness live, well, I guess we're going to sing happy birthday to the boss.
We better do it.
If you're at home, I want to see you singing happy birthday. I want those videos posted in the Galaxy page. Post those videos of you singing happy birthday to the boss in the Galaxy page. But as for now, myself, Aaron, and Dale are going to be singing happy birthday for the boss Are you boys ready?
Let's do it.
Okay.
Take it away.
3, 2, 1. Happy
birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday,
dear
Phil.
The boss.
Happy birthday
to you.
Right, lads, that was awful, I think.
Yeah, bad, weren't it?
I mean...
has everyone got a drink tonight? Should we raise a glass to the boss?
Always raise a glass to the boss.
Yeah. Oh, here's mine.
That was probably the worst. We are not in time at all there.
Well, we did it.
We're not doing it again because I think it'll be more of a problem.
It's probably worse.
It's the thought that counts.
Just get worse. It went on, really. I think
it's the thought that counts. That's what matters sometimes.
It is.
Wow.
But yeah,
we're getting some heat already for our singing,
mate. Yeah, it's just terrible.
We're better than One Direction. Don't worry about it.
Who are that?
I don't know. Never heard of them.
No, Spice Girls.
So,
as well.
As I mentioned, get your questions in later on tonight because, ladies and gentlemen, we need your questions in for our guest who is joining us at 9:00. That is Leyton Sims himself.
It is.
Also, as always, it's a pleasure to announce that Catherine Cage wants to begin joining us here on Talking Madness to sing for us once again, which has become now a tradition of Talking Madness. And we love it. You know, you love it. So let's just keep that ball rolling, shall I say?
Maybe she can sing Happy Birthday better than us.
Yeah,
I guarantee that.
We might have to get her to redo it when she comes on.
We definitely have to. That I guarantee.
Probably a good idea.
Could you do it in like the Marilyn Monroe? You know, like Happy Birthday, Mr. President.
Probably.
That'd be awesome.
Ask her to, maybe. As always, after the show, CPW love to give you guys a free match, and it's one hell of a match tonight.
What is it?
It is Will Starr versus Apollo Vader from Next Gen Wrestling Moonlight episode 11.
Will Starr.
Right, there you
Two
go.
technical wizards.
Yep, very good.
Apollo Vader, Will Starr. Make sure you stay on after this because I can guarantee you do not want to miss that match if you have not got round to watching Next Gen Wrestling Moonlight episode 11 yet. Talking about Next Gen Wrestling Moonlight. Well, it's my pleasure to announce the next episode of Next Gen Wrestling Moonlight, episode 16, is going to be out on Tuesday to rent and then available from Wednesday on demand. And I'm going to tell you, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, that you will need to make sure that you are definitely getting hold of that Next Gen Wrestling Moonlight episode and watching what goes down on that episode. Because if you don't know, this Friday, we will have the Adrenaline pay-per-view of 2021, where all the matches guaranteed to be extreme.
Yeah.
But you're asking me, what matches, Nathan? What matches are we going to see?
Oh, sorry. What matches are we going to see?
Yeah, well, who's going to be in them, Nathan? Tell us.
I'm glad. Well, the only way to find out is by watching Next Gen Wrestling episode 16. But I can tell you, I have it on good authority that there will be a no DQ match between two of the top CPW women's wrestlers.
That's me.
There will be two CPW women's wrestlers in a no DQ match.
Right.
There will also be a chain and chairs match on the Adrenaline pay-per-view. And we've all seen it before. We know what it's about. And that is the Death Row match will be on the Adrenaline pay-per-view. However, this is going to be no Death Row match like you've ever seen before. This will be a first time ever special Death Row match. And if you want to know what's going to be going down at Adrenaline 2021, well, there's only one thing to do, ladies and gentlemen, and that's to check in on Next Gen Wrestling Moonlight episode 16 that comes out this week on Tuesday to rent and then Wednesday on CPW On Demand.
Can't
that
wait.
goes without a doubt.
I don't wait. I want to see who's in the matches.
So looking forward to. I want to know who's going to be at these pay-per-views. Who's going to be there?
Mate,
what matches are going to be?
I don't know, but talk about adrenaline there, Dale. People are able to pre-book
right
adrenaline for Friday from Tuesday at 8 p.m. So
right.
not only can you get Next Gen Wrestling episode Moonlight 16 from Tuesday this week, but you can also start pre-ordering your tickets, pre-ordering your pay-per-view for adrenaline on Friday this week. It's exciting times, guys. It's exciting times. I cannot wait.
I want to know, do you want to have a little bet with me about adrenaline?
I mean, what not really.
I can bet who's going to be in matches. Right?
No, you can't.
I bet I can. Do you want to show you how I can do it? Ready?
Yeah.
I bet Dale will be refereeing the matches.
That's a good bet,
though. I think that could be a good possibility.
What are the odds on that bet?
I think that could be a slam dunk, to be honest. That could be odds-on favourite, really.
Slam dunk. The funk.
Slam dunk. Talking about Next Gen Wrestling Moonlight, there's one person I want to mention who's been featured on some of the most recent episodes of Next Gen Wrestling Moonlight. And they're making waves. They're starting to make waves in CPW. They're starting to prove themselves in CPW, and they're starting to show the potential they've got. And that's young Carrie.
Agreed.
Coming out of the academy this year, being more involved on the main roster of CPW this year, she has gone up against some of the tough women in CPW. She's had some profile matches already in CPW, and she's making a name for herself. She's going out there and proving that she's a fighter, proving that she's there to compete, and she's impressing not just myself, but I've heard she's impressing CPW management as well. But what about you two guys? What's your opinion on young Carrie and what she's been doing recently in CPW?
Cristiano Ronaldo, I'll let you go first.
Well, without a shadow of a doubt, Carrie she has really been really well. I mean, she's had 2 victories over the golden ticket holder Emma Cross. She's beaten her twice, right?
Yeah.
She had a match with our CPW Women's Champion and come close. Unfortunately, she wasn't able to get that championship, but she come close. She pushed Shorty all the way in that match, and every single time she gets in that ring, I see an improvement. I see her all the time looking better, and I can't speak highly enough about her. She is a fantastic talent.
Yeah,
it's like she's been doing it for ages.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. And
natural.
One of my favourite moves to watch her do, and is the one where she goes down in the crab and back up again. I mean,
Matrix.
Yeah, I mean, like, come on, man.
Yeah. She's a very talented young girl. And talking about Carrie, we just mentioned Next Gen Wrestling Moonlight episode 6. Next Gen Wrestling Moonlight episode 16 available this week. One of the matches on that show is young Carrie again wrestling, but she is against one heaven competitor, and that is Kat Von Cage, who's going to be on later this evening. Now,
wow,
what an opportunity for Carrie once again to go up against one of the top girls in CPW, and Kat Von Cage is no easy pushover, and it's going to be one hell of a fight for Carrie, and I'm looking forward to seeing that match and how she comes out of that match fighting.
That'll be one hell of a test for Carrie. Like I say, Kat Von Cage, she is at the top, at the pinnacle of our CPW women's division, and she is always competing for the top championships. So for Carrie, that will be one heck of a match for her to be taking part in and competing in.
I need to ask, how old is Carrie?
15 or 16, I believe.
I mean, to be at that age, and be on that platform against people like Kat Von Cage, that is crazy, Nathan.
She's got so much potential and so much time in front of her to just keep progressing and keep improving. I see gold. I see gold in the future. I can definitely see it being a future CPW Women's Champion, CPW Lineal Champion. That's for sure. But like I say, she's so good as she is already at her young age. that when she gets older, she's going to be phenomenal.
She can go all the way.
Yeah,
literally
guarantee.
all the way.
What's happening on YouTube, Aaron? Let's go down there whilst we're talking about stuff. What's going up on there?
Obviously, we've got the happy birthdays are all going out there to the boss. Once again, happy birthday, boss. And he could have another drink from the horn. They're not liking our singing. Let's just put it that way. You know what I mean? I don't see that problems. So let's have a look what we've got online. So let's go back. We have the Rye Dog.
Yes, Rye Dog.
Thank you, Rye Dog.
My cousin Wes. All right, Wes. Good to see you, my cousin.
Yes, Wes, as always.
Always hanging about. Who's always hanging about?
Probably in his bar again.
Why not? Emma the Machine Cross is online.
Yes, she is. There you go. She's here.
We have the Warwood family who are always with us on a Sunday.
No, they are keeping us in your family Sunday tradition now.
Yes, they are.
For them. Who else we got online? Like Wes saying about One Direction. Cheers, Wes. Then we can go down. Who else? We've got Jim. Jim's with us.
Yes, Jim.
Thank you,
Jim.
And I want to say hello to Sarah Barker, who's a friend of mine, actually. She is a fellow pagan from the UK who is watching us tonight. So
fantastic.
Thanks for watching.
And also Carrie, loving the big love from us.
Yes, Carrie. You're welcome,
Carrie. Yes, Carrie.
So we've got about 15 minutes before we're joined by our guest. Now, I know this is majority of a wrestling podcast, wrestling talk show. We talk to our fellow CPW family members, etc. And however, I know there's a few people here that watch football and know a bit about football. And Dale, I know you're a football fan. You love football. I want to bring something up quickly. It's kicking off in the media. It's been big in the news today. We've heard people like Gary Neville make a big statement about it today. And it is shocking what's happening in the world of football.
You clean know more than me.
With regards to it. Well, if you don't know, Dal,
I do.
You might have heard about the 6 big teams: Arsenal, Liverpool, Tottenham, Manchester United, Man City and Chelsea have all signed a pre-contract or pre-something to join this Super League, European Super League, maybe starting next year, which is going to make them break away from the Premier League. They're going to just leave the Premier League and the English stuff behind, the English Football League behind. They're going to join the likes of AC, I think it's Barcelona, Atletico Madrid, Real Madrid, Juventus, AC Milan and Inter Milan in this Super League at the moment. I think they're trying to get some more teams in it, but it's kicking off. A lot of people are so disgusted. Gary Neville's telling everyone like you should just disown your clubs because it's disgrace to football.
Point deductions,
because they're basically just ditching the British League, the Football League behind them and saying, we don't care about you anymore. We're going to go make this special league with the top teams in Europe and we're going to do football with the top teams in Europe.
Listen, the way I see it is this. If they want to take their money and take it somewhere else, well, the money should be taken off them. Take off their championships, take off their titles, and say, if you don't want to play in English football, fine, get yourself over to Europe and stay away from English football. Give them a team's English football the opportunity. They'll win the titles. How about go do one? That's what you should tell them.
I heard a rumour that they discussed Newcastle joining them, but then they all laughed and went, no, we said good teams.
Well, I mean, I can't argue with that, to be honest.
But
I can't argue with that.
There's all sorts of things saying the players that play for those teams should not allowed to be paid for countries.
Yep.
Stuff like that. But I don't think it's the players' fault. It's the club owners that make the decisions. The players aren't making no decisions. You know, the managers aren't making no decisions.
Germany's not doing it. Germany's flat right said, no, we're not doing it.
Yeah, the Germany League Association stopped all their players from their teams making that decision.
And
there you go then. Well, it's time for the English Football League to pull their finger and the English FA to pull their finger out their arses and say, you are not going anywhere. And they should do the same, and the Premier League.
Yeah, but as we are Coventry Pro Wrestling, on more football news, obviously Coventry won today.
Yes, it did.
Sky Blue Army won.
Two wins on the bounce for the City.
Yeah, Wes is saying they're staying up.
Vital wins.
3 wins out of the last 4.
Yeah, they're doing really well. Pressure's on, and they're doing really well. They've got the
If you are a
results.
football fan, and I want to see what people's opinions are on this Super League, European League, and where you stand. I know there's some people in the chat that maybe follow Liverpool, follow Arsenal, and support these big teams that are making these decisions in regards to what's going on in the world of football. It's crazy right now.
Nathan, who do you follow?
I don't really support a football team, mate.
No, you supported Everton though at the start of the season, didn't you?
I mean, I've never supported Everton.
You said you were going to follow Everton.
All I made was a comment was saying I was really impressed with how they were playing at the start of the season, and everyone made out like I was choosing to support Everton. I don't support a football team. I've never have supported a football team.
I've got a theory behind why he's doing that.
Yeah, I've got a theory.
There is no theory behind anything. There is no theory behind anything.
I can't imagine.
Just making comments. I know what you're trying to get at. I know what you're trying to get at.
It's someone quite high profile at CPW.
I know what you're trying to get at, boys, but you're not right.
What do you
think?
There
was no theory. There was no theory.
I think we'll put it to the galaxy.
I mean,
do you think there's a theory behind Nathan supporting Everton?
I've never supported them. If you support a team, you buy their tops, you buy their merchandise, or you follow every game they do. I haven't done that.
So you're lying.
Have you not watched? You told me you've not watched most of their games.
No, I haven't. I watched football. I watched quite a bit of football at the start of the season. I haven't watched anything for ages because I'm too busy.
But clearly not busy enough to find out about the Super League then. So what you wasn't watching?
But it's also because I play football on Sunday and I'm in a football group chat and
hey, listen, I've seen you. You don't play. You turn up, mate. You don't play.
Yeah, Nathan. Remember, I've seen you in goals, mate.
I'm a sick goalkeeper. I don't know what about, mate. Greatest goalkeeper ever to live. There's no goalkeeper in the world better than me.
I watched you in goals and I was sick from laughing.
I saw him attempt to run the line. I mean, that was ridiculous. To be fair, he was not even in line with the defence.
I am actually the best goalkeeper in the world. I chose just not to go to a high level.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Didn't want to push yourself, Leyton.
No, today I turned up and I was DJ. With my new speaker, I was just playing music.
We don't have DJs at the football.
Hey, we do now. We're turning football into ice hockey. Every time we score, play a song. Every time we score, play a song.
So basically, the team's just finding you something to do so you'll be part of it.
Yeah, let's feel sorry for him.
No.
They're like, he's been goalkeeper, shit. He's been linesman, shit. We've got to get him something else to do. Oh, yeah, Nate, do you want to be the DJ, mate? Yeah.
Still shit at that. Still shit at that, mate.
Make it. They have to make it the mascot. He likes wearing strange stuff, doesn't he? So,
mate,
it took me
the halftime entertainment.
It took me It took them 2 songs to go. Nathan, turn this shit off.
What's the team called, Nathan?
Oh, wait, we won today anyway. 3-2.
I didn't ask that question. What's the team called?
Festival FC.
You could be like, give me an F. No, half time.
I'll wait until next season when we change the team name.
What to?
Don't know yet.
Cop smugglers.
Anyway, let's move on from this conversation. What's going on YouTube? Anyone discussing anything at the moment?
So Copper Wrestling says, Dale, we are right. Nathan is great at the politics.
Mm-hmm. Oh, wow. Yeah, wow.
No comment.
Can't argue with that.
No comment.
I always say, when people get somewhere in life, I always say there's a little phrase to go with. It's not who you know, Dale, it's who you blow.
Well, I mean, in Copperhead, it used to be, it's not who you know, it's who you're related to.
Right, here we go then. What else happening, Dale? I mean, Aaron.
So, Wes went play. Wes has put play, high level being the top corners of the goals. Copro Wrestling says Nathan trained with Van der Sar, so he says. And Wes has come back with Nathan can cut the oranges at half time.
That's a good shout, Wes, actually. I might take oranges next week's game. I might get some brownie points.
He wouldn't cut them straight, though, would he?
Right. What if we talk about things in? What if we're talking about? What if we're talking about things in the media? There's stuff that's been going on in the media, which has got my tail feathers rattled. I think that's
Got a tail
saying.
feather.
I don't think that's a saying. Is that the saying?
I want to hear about these. I want to hear about these tail feathers. Call it, though.
Is that the saying? Tail feathers.
Let's hear a rattling. Come on.
What's the saying?
I heard people shaking the tail feather. I'm not fucking.
Anyway, this has got my tail feathers round. I don't know what that means. Anyway.
Oh, God. Oh, you're killing us, mate.
Anyway.
Stop it.
Anyway, there's been a lot of discussion about an old kids game. There's been a big discussion about an old kids game that everyone used to play when they were younger and stuff, and what it was called and what it is known, right?
Yeah.
Now, I've only ever known it to be known as one thing, but I've started hearing people saying all sorts of things of what it's called, right? Yeah. And actually, I started finding one of the names that people called it quite offensive, because I never knew that was a thing. So it's the game where you'd knock on someone's door and run away, right?
Rat-tat-ginger.
Right. So
yeah, rat-tat-ginger.
This is my right. This is one. Right. Is that just a Coventry thing that it was called rat-tat-ginger? Because first of all, when I was a kid, I was really ginger, and I never remember the game being called something like that because I probably wouldn't have played it.
What would that be, Dave?
Because I always knew it just knock door run, or not thy neighbour. You just knock on the door and run, or knock on the neighbour's door and run.
Yeah,
but then, like, I've been watching it, and so many people from like Coventry area and West Midlands area keep putting rat-a-tat-ginger, and I'm like, is this really a thing that it was called rat-a-tat-ginger? And like, did everyone have a ginger friend in their group that they just made do the knocking or something? Is that why it was called it?
Can I just stop you there, Nathan? Can I just stop? Sorry, did you say it's racist?
No, I said offensive.
Offensive. Sorry. How is it offensive?
I'm ginger.
So am I.
Why is it rat-a-tat-ginger? Where's that come from? What part of knocking on the door and running away involves rat-a-tat-ginger?
Nathan, could you get in the freezer before you melt, you snowflake?
Oh my goodness,
man.
No,
I don't care. I'm just saying, though, I don't get it. No, it's not really.
Why is it offensive?
I don't care. It's not really offensive.
Yeah, you do. Look at him. He's getting all.
No, well, you got your tail feathers. No, you got your tail feathers round, didn't it?
What I don't get, and what bugs me, right, is when you name something, or you name a game, or you name something, or you say something about something, it normally has relevance or meaning. Rat-a-tat-ginger has no relevance or meaning. What part of knocking on someone's door and running away involves a rat-a-tat-ginger?
Because basically what it is, it's an old saying going back years, like Victorian years, to ginger cats.
Don't get it still. Where's rat coming to it?
Knock the door and it'd be for the ginger cat to go in.
Oh, you knock the door for the ginger cat go in?
Yeah, rat-a-tat-ginger.
Right.
Rat-a-tat-ginger cat.
Right.
Ah. Now I'm not as angry.
Are you getting off your perch now, yeah?
I mean, I'm on a chair, Dal.
Oh goodness.
His tail feathers better now.
Yeah, they're still rattling, mate.
They're still ruffled.
Ruffled, right.
Do you feel better?
I was just curious.
Because I just made that up.
You're a prick. You're a prick. So no one knows why it's called rat-a-tat-ginger, and it has no meaning or relevance whatsoever to what the game is.
Right. So anybody on the YouTube page knows the reason? Please put it on there for Nathan. You might so you know the answer.
I just don't get it.
Can I just say what?
Don't get it.
What made me laugh when I spilled my drink out was obviously Dale's banter about cutting the oranges straight. Cod Pro Wrestling's put nothing straight about Nathan. And then Wes has put, if Aaron's made that up, I'm well impressed. Yes, Wes, I did actually just make up that fact up. So you're not the only one that's impressed. I'm impressed myself, to tell you the truth.
Right.
There are occasions you do shock us, Aaron. There are occasions. Very rare, but they are occasions.
So, boys and girls, it is time. It is almost 9 o'clock. It's about 30 seconds to 9 o'clock. I'll tell you exactly what it is. It is 15 seconds to 9 o'clock. So it is about time that we introduce our guest tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, our guest tonight, he is our co-host here normally on Talking Madness, but tonight he's taken the opposite chair, and if he's actually sat in a different chair in his house, that'd be hilarious. Wow.
He's sat in a different seat. He's sat in a different seat.
He's taken the opposite chair tonight. He's on the other side of the table. He is our guest. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing Lee Simmons.
Bit worried because the other chair's his toilet. You there?
How's it going, boys?
Hey! There he is.
Nathan, it's Rat Attack Ginger. You're in Coventry. It's a fucking batch, and it's fucking Rat Attack Ginger, okay?
It's a fucking roll, mate. It's a fucking roll.
It's a fucking batch.
Oh my God! See,
The singing was terrible.
Right, I know it was, mate. Can you do better? Do better on your own, then. Come on, do better on your own.
No. I'm actually quite glad I weren't there to have to do it, but no, it was awful, lads. But no, happy birthday, boss. Love ya.
I thought you were going to sing for us, Lee.
No.
Lee's just used the smoke machine before he came on.
No,
for his entrance.
I think it's my camera. It's fucked.
I swear, every week he gets blurrier. I don't know if it's my vision going or him.
It's you, mate. It's you. It's too much trumpet polishing. You got to stop it.
What?
You know what I'm talking about.
I have no idea what you said. That's my problem.
Too much trumpet polishing.
Oh, okay. Now I've got you. Thanks.
You understand that now, Nathan, yeah?
Oh, I've never been in a brass band, to be fair.
don't ruffle his feathers.
No, don't ruffle them feathers, mate.
Hey,
You'll be Laura.
You leave my tail alone. So, Lee, how are we doing today?
Yeah, pretty good, mate. Been at work, but also I want to say happy birthday to my dad because it was his birthday on Friday. 63 years young. Happy birthday, Dad. Love you.
Yes,
happy birthday, Dad.
Happy, Mr. Simmons.
Everyone else all right? You boys all right?
Yes, mate.
What's it like being on the other side tonight?
It was nice not having to not having to start at 8:30. You know, I got in from work. I was able to take my dogs out for a poo, and it was great. I had a sandwich. I was chilled. You know what I mean? And then
what? Why take your dog for a poo?
Yeah.
Did you have a sandwich whilst your dogs were pooing? Good boys.
Good
girls.
He's taking sandwiches with him. Leave him alone.
How long do they take?
A long time.
Nathan, I've got something for you, yeah? I want to ask you a question. Because we're talking about Rat Attack Ginger.
Oh, my God.
Right.
Do you know what a jetty is?
Yeah, it's the...
where a boat goes.
Yeah. Sorry, I for a second then, I confused jetty with B-Day. And then some reason I got...
You would need a fucking jet for your ass, mate, I tell you, but no.
Yeah, I know what a jetty is, where the boats go.
Yeah, it's where a boat goes, ain't it? Like a dock sort of thing.
No.
It's gonna be something.
If you're from Coventry, a jetty is down the back of your house from, like you had like a jetty at the back of your house.
Like an alleyway.
Yeah.
That's a fucking alley.
It's an alleyway.
If you're from
It's
Coventry,
an alley.
if you're from Coventry, it's called a jetty.
I mean,
What?
I'm not from Coventry, but everyone else just said alleyway.
I've never heard it be called a jetty in my life, mate.
I'm
I've never
sorry,
in my life.
I'm born and bred in Carvin. I've never heard that. No.
That's what. Well, I've got some good news for you, Lee. Well, it's good news for your parents, bad news for you. You're not from Coventry. They're not even your parents, mate.
I mean, who would say that? I'm just going out the back. I'm just taking a walk down the jetty.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What?
Exactly, Dad. That's my reaction. What? Huh? No one would say that. It sounds stupid.
Okay.
So, Lee, obviously, as you know, there's a Talking Madness story happens every week. Have you made sure you've got your questions ready for the guests?
Who?
I'll ask my dog questions. I'll probably get more sensitive out of you three wankers, but yeah.
Hey, listen to wankers towards me. Thank you very much. Them two, it's all right.
Hey, look,
Lee, have you met?
I'm allowed to say what I want.
Lee, have you met Cristiano Ronaldo?
No, but I am. I almost, when I saw that you'd like shaved off the lamb chops, Dale, I did almost just decide not to do this. You
tell me you're that distraught?
I was gutted.
Not the only one.
You're driving me to drink.
I'll send you a picture of them if you want, Lee, mate. I'll send you a picture of them.
I want that picture.
You want a picture that of how they was and how they are now? I'll send them to you.
Yeah, before and after shot. That's right. Yeah.
I will do. Yeah, I've got them for you.
Okay, guys, I've actually found out the reason why it's called Rat-a-tat Ginger.
Oh my goodness, go on then.
A friend of mine called Tom.
Tom. Yeah, you've got a friend?
A friend of mine called Tom Woodward sent me a thing, and a screenshot, and it said the name Knock Knock Ginger or Knock Down Ginger or Knocky Door Ginger or Rat-a-tat Ginger is used in parts of southern England, comes from English poem Ginger Ginger broke a window, hit a window crack. The baker came out and gave him a clout and landed on his back. And that was the poem. And it said Rat-a-tat Ginger is a slightly changed version of Knock Knock Ginger. There we go.
I like the sound of Knock Down Ginger. If we can all just play that, but we'll change the rules where we've got to knock down Nathan. Everyone just.
What is it when you see Nathan in the street, just knock him down?
Yes. Anytime you see him, just go bang! Something like that.
Lee, I reckon Nathan would be like a weeble. Like you hit him, he just like what comes back again.
What, those like ball, those things that just come back. Hello.
So, well, thank you for that, for Thomas. But I believe my explanation was better.
No, your explanation was bullshit. Come on, to be honest, it was made up. Yeah. It was made up, so it's bullshit. Yeah, but
mate, you bought into it, you little tail feather.
Yeah, because I'm not from Coventry. I'm not from Coventry, and I've never heard it be said that in my whole entire 30 years of life.
What do you call it in your village? Knock one's door to see if anyone's in.
Knock one's door and run away.
One didn't play the game for it was antisocial. No,
They didn't throw eggs at our windows at Halloween. They threw gold bullions.
I mean, it was really easy to play Knock Door Ginger or Knock Door Run wherever where we live because like
you'd have doors.
No, because like you knock on the farmhouse and you have like 2 acres of fields to hide in beforehand.
Yeah, interfering with sheep. That's what you were doing.
We would play. We would play like
knock on the doors, mate. It's got to interfere with a sheep.
We played games like I don't know.
Finger the cow.
I mean, we always tried cow tipping. That was good fun.
What?
I know I've seen your face before, Nathan.
What?
Animal Farm.
Anyway, let's get off this, guys. Our guest has joined us, so let's get into it. Ladies and gentlemen, if you've got questions for our man here, please get them in on the YouTube.
Yes.
And our fellow host, Aaron, will read out your questions tonight. But as always, it's over to the man with the plan, the man with the facts that are 90% right all the time. Dale, let's go.
Well, I was discussing with Lee earlier to check that the facts were correct because I didn't want to get corrected as I have done the last few weeks. So, well, I'm just trying to check. So Lee, tell us before we get to your actual wrestling career, why is it you always want to be in wrestling? You always want to be a wrestler.
I mean, when I I wasn't always a wrestling fan like when I was a young kid, and then it was like a few mates that got me into it when I was like in like year 7, and then when I started watching it, it was around about the time of WrestleMania 17, and that obviously, you know, which is widely known as one of the greatest WrestleManias ever. And just seeing Rock and Stone Cold in that main event, like it just blew me away. And then like watching The Rock ever since then, like The Rock was easily my favorite growing up. He earned the title of the most electrifying man in sports entertainment, because every time he came out, man, I was excited. Every time he came out, I was just fucking jumping around, going crazy. I love the guy. You never knew what he was going to say. You never knew like how he was going to take the piss out of somebody, and then his in-ring ability as well was incredible. So it was watching him, and then going back and watching old wrestling as well, old stuff like Macho Man and Hulk Hogan and stuff. And yeah, I just thought I'd love to do that. But to be honest, I thought, you know, it's an American thing. I didn't think it'd be in Britain. But so I did go to another company first for one session, and it was shite. Phoenix. I went to Phoenix Wrestling, and I'll be honest with you, lads, the training was shite. They didn't give a crap about the new guys. It was me and another guy who was there, and they didn't give a crap about us. They didn't really make me feel welcome or anything. And then I thought that was it. And then a while after that, I think about a year after that, I got in touch with CPW, got in touch with Phil, and came into my first session there. Danny O'Neill was training, and everyone made me feel welcome, you know, from Danny to like Corey, everyone, you know, everyone, even Nathan, you know, and everyone just made me want to stay there, maybe want to come back the next week. So
you mentioned The Rock there as someone obviously that you got you hooked on wrestling, interested in wrestling. I was going to quickly mention that we've got in CPW, we've got someone who's actually best mates with The Rock.
I know. He is. I've been asking him to like hook me up.
Lucha is best mates with Dwayne The Rock Johnson, isn't he?
Oh, brilliant.
I spoke to him. I've offered him a crate of tequila to like hook me up with a little meeting with The Rock, but it's not happened yet.
You can't afford a crate of tequila unless you rob it.
He didn't say anything about paying for it.
Yeah, that's it. You know what I
mean? Just say he offered it him, but didn't say you were going to pay for it.
Hey, listen, I know this guy. He won't even pay for his own face mask. He robbed one of mine.
I had it on. That's all. Okay.
So, Lee, what were some of the shocks? What were some of the shocks when you first came into the world of wrestling and like doing the training?
Well, I mean, I didn't expect it to be easy, but you know, I don't think anybody fully expects it to be as hard as it is. You know what I mean? Like, I knew I'd be knackered. I mean, I was quite physically fit anyway, but yeah, it's a different kind of fit you have to be in. It's a different kind of like mentality you have to have. And
yeah,
I mean, I studied drama. Like, I mean, well, when I got kicked out of school, they made me do a thing called the Acting Out Project. So just so I didn't get into too much trouble. And but that, like, acting and wrestling were the only two things I've ever been told I was good at. You know, so like I stopped acting, and no, it's true. As I was, you know, I was shit at school, and I was a naughty little bastard. And you know, my teachers were never going to tell me I was good at anything because I didn't try. But then when I got kicked out, and I had to go and do this project, it gave me something to focus on, and I really enjoyed doing it. So then when I started wrestling, I tried to, you know, take a bit of that, like the performance aspect of it, and put it into that. And you know, that's what I love about wrestling: being able to, you know, play a character, being able to portray a story to the fans and entertain the fans.
So like you say, so how did that? So you're acting, you know, sessions that you did. So that helped you when it come to get to be your CPW character. That helped you get to be able to come more easier to you.
I think so, and I remember hearing reading in The Rock's biography, him saying about how his character progressed. You know, when he was able to just be himself a bit more. And I just thought, no, but just turn it up. You know, yourself, but turned up to 100. And that really resonated with me. And like I grew up with a lot of thugs, a lot of hooligans, a lot of scumbags, and so I just tried to like picture them and, you know, try and think about how we all were back then and just try and turn it up to 100. And, you know, that's where that came from.
Wow, there you go. I mean, it sounds like you had quite a hectic childhood then, Lee, to be fair.
No, my family's great. My family, you know, they tried their best. My mum and dad did try their best, and that's why you know, I try my hardest now to make it up to them, because I know I put them through a lot when I was younger. But I was a naughty kid, definitely. I did a lot. Got myself into a lot of trouble. Yeah.
So you mentioned that there, family and stuff, and obviously doing it to, you know, for family and stuff. Obviously, we know that your family come to a lot of us, well, pretty much, I don't think they've missed a show hardly ever. They've come to pretty much all of the CPW shows that I can remember. So they maybe missed one or two, I don't know, but they're a lot of the shows. What does that mean to you? After saying what you just said, like, what does that mean to you, having them there every time? Just even if you're not necessarily on the show, still coming to support something that you're doing.
Well, my dad at first, when I told him I was going to wrestle, he was like, "What are you doing? What are you doing that for? What are you doing? A real thing? You know, want your box or something like that? You know?" And he took the piss out of me a lot about it. But then I think the first show he came to see, he was hooked. I think, I mean, just to see him there, he gets pretty Larry himself, doesn't he? You know, he's he's hooked. And my whole family was. My mom was. My sister's probably my biggest fan, the biggest fan I have now. And just seeing, like, you know, seeing her, the look in her eyes and the pride in her face when she sees me come out, and then, you know, and hearing her shout, "That's my brother," and stuff, it feels good. It makes me feel amazing, and I love them for the support they give me.
They are amazing fans, and I've shared moments with them, and they are, you know, they do show their passion, not just for you but for the company as well, which is nice to see. But that's I think it's nice to have that support system, I guess.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like I said, we are a close family. Like, my family are pretty close anyway. They always have been. But it's only been in the past few years that I've allowed myself to, you know, be that, you know, get closer with them and stop trying to be a little prick, trying to be someone I wasn't really, because I'm not that sort of person. I was just with the wrong people, hanging around with the wrong people, and just let myself just do it. And I'm not proud of it. And like, so now being a lot closer with my family, and it is great having that support from them. And like I say, seeing them there every time, it's an amazing feeling coming out that curtain and hearing your family cheering for you every time.
Yeah, I've met your family as well, and they are a joy to know that they're always great to talk to, and they're always quite positive about yourself. And I said that, like Nathan said, they're probably every show, if not, I imagine they are at every show. Kind of, I don't know the shows they haven't been at.
So, yeah, the only one my sister's been. The only one that my sister's been ill, but that's it. And even then, my sister was on the phone to me, like, you know, wanting to know what was happening. At the show. Yeah.
Was it around her birthday once as well, when she wasn't very well and she called in and we were all talking to her down the phone?
Yeah.
She backstage, was that?
Yeah, well, I went around and did a video, and again, you know, thanks to everyone for doing that.
I remember that.
It made her night. Like, she was in hospital at the time, and it was like she's got a bad heart, and it was the first time she was in hospital for it, and she was a bit scared, and she was upset that she was missing the show. It was the Renee Dupree show, and she was upset she was missing the show, and even Renee, you know, said something to the video and stuff, and so, like, everyone, you know, it made her night. So that's another thing, like CPW is my family as well, but they love them as family now as well. Trust me.
I mean, we talk about your sister there, and also you have to mention your brother as well. I mean, Comedy Pro Wrestling have mentioned it, but I mean the signs that he's made. I remember one he made for me, massive one. most people have had a sign made by him. You know, when a face or some at some point have made some signs, but he's a master of the signs, I have to say, and he loves making them, I guess, does he?
Yeah, I think he just wants to show that sort of support for the people that he likes. You know, I mean, I think apart from Wes and probably Dan, he's the world's biggest Nat Wild fan. Which, you know, fair enough. I understand that. He's. But like I say, even though the one he made for you, and that he made me one as well that same day. And I remember that show, me and you holding them up, and like you getting the cheers and me getting the boos. And he loved that, seeing his signs being used in the show. It meant the world to him.
So while we're on the subject of your family, we've had a message and a question. So we're going to get the message up first, and it's from Niall.
New blood champion, yes.
Yep, Niall. Shout out to Lee's family, always supporting me from day one. I look forward to seeing them when we're back, when the shows are on. Big love, heart.
That's nice. Thank you, Niall. They do love you, mate. My sister, I definitely think she's got a bit of a thing for you. But you know, what lady in the CPW galaxy doesn't? You know, I've kind of got a bit. You know, you're a beautiful geezer.
That's true.
And we've got two questions actually from Country Pro Wrestling around your family. Yep. So the first one is: can Lee tell us the story of his dad wanting to fight Dan Evans?
Jesus. He gets, like I said about, you know, my old man getting a bit leery. Yeah, he gets a few whiskies down him, a few beers down him, and he starts to think he's Johnny Concrete. I mean, I don't know where I get it from, honestly. But, but he started out like, I think it's because Dan's a Scouser. Well, you know, so my dad thinks all Scousers are dodgy, but so he starts out, you know, shouting, and then obviously because Dan is, you know, the amazing heel that he is, and when my dad gets a few down, I don't think he can fully like split the real life from the wrestling life. You know, to him it's real, damn it. You know, so I think he's called out Dan Evans. He like when I think one of the first few seasons of Superstars, he was like, I'll do that. I was like, Dad, sit down. Sit the fuck down, Dad. But I mean, I'd love to see him try it, but he'd hurt himself, honestly.
I'd love to see that.
I would love to see that, yeah.
And the second question from COD Pro Wrestling says, how proud does Lee feel being a role model for his brother and sister?
Well, I mean, it's at first, like, I mean, I wasn't. I was, you know, like I say, I wasn't the sort of person to look up to. But now I want to be that. I want to be the good influence in their life. I want to help them, you know, move forward. And obviously, I know that, you know, when in the future, when my mum and dad aren't here, it'll be up to me to look after them, and I have no problem with that. I 100% up to that. You know, they're my family. I love them to bits. It's. I mean, it's odd because, you know, I'm the youngest. Like, but yeah, like my sister, she means the absolute world to me, and my brother, he's, you know, he actually looks. Like, yes, it's weird to have him like look up to me, but you know, I will do anything for them, and I'll do anything to keep that impression they have of me.
Nice. That's nice.
Now I've got something special, Lee. I've actually got a photo of you when you were younger.
Oh Jesus!
Oh, another one.
Yeah. Don't want to see it.
Go on,
I don't want to, but I don't think it's going to be Lee. But I just go with it. I'm just going to go with it. Let's go with it. I just feel like it's going to be something.
It's going to be Hornswoggle or something, isn't it?
Yeah, I told you.
I knew it. You
arsehole. This is me when he was younger.
Well, fair enough. I did go to a Catholic school, so that was the uniform I had to wear.
What's that on your forehead, Lee?
I thought it was going to be a boiled egg, but
no. This is what Lee's childhood looked like.
Wow. Well, at least you look smart.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Right.
I was dapper.
Now, where are we at? What we do? Let's go back to you, mate, because Aaron's just gonna keep running the show, I guess, with these stupid pictures.
Right, yeah. Well, anyway, so let's just say you come into training, you got hold of Phil, he's told you to actually come to training, you come in, your first impressions as everybody's made you feel welcome. Yeah. From when you walked in.
And he was like, that Nathan's a legend.
Wow. apart from Nathan.
Legend.
So when were you told? Do you remember when you were told that you were going to have your first opportunity to be on a show? When your opportunity was going to come? Do you remember being told that?
Yeah, we just like the week before we'd done like we like a bit like an entrance thing. Like so, we'd all gone through like entrances that we thought we'd like to do, maybe like a little character thing that we thought we'd like to try. And I just thought I'd just try, like kind of what I ended up being. And then the next week, Phil said, right, we're going to have you come out as, because it was at a show. It was, I didn't plan that. I didn't know this. I was just, I didn't bring any gear with me or anything, which like big tip, any like of the youngsters, any show you come to, always bring your gear. You know what I mean? Always bring your gear because you never know when an opportunity is going to happen.
That's like rule something. It's in there.
Yeah, it's definitely like one of the top five somewhere. Yeah, but like so, Phil said to me, right, you're joining the Fallen, which I mean, a lot of people remember the Fallen at the time, but the biggest like heel faction in CPW. Like it was Danny O'Neill, Tomby, Armstrong, and Nightshade. And I was like, wow. So I was shit myself. I was excited, and it was at Haggard Centre, and I had to come out and play Nathan.
Yes.
And I was like,
Nathan,
fucking brilliant. And it was an amazing feeling. Obviously, being put with the Fallen, who already had so much traction, so it was going to help me anyway. And being with guys that were already like pretty experienced and like guys that I got on with already. So it was. I was so happy, man. I felt so proud. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like I say, obviously, like I say, Fifi obviously has said a match with Armstrong on that particular night, and then you made your debut, and that was at Road to History, 2016, when you did that. Yeah, and you came in, and you gave Fifi a bit of a kicking.
Yeah, it was my clothesline off the rope, and that was the first ever move I hit in front of the CPW crowd. So now, whenever I hit that move, it always feels a little bit special.
Yeah, I bet it does, mate. I bet it does.
Yeah, welcome, Lee.
Well, to be fair, it's not the first. It's the first of many encounters that you have with Nathan on your road. I mean, it's many encounters.
I'm sure we'll discuss them down the line tonight, Dale.
Many encounters. Like I said, I'll just quickly go to the first match I believe you were in, which was at History, and it was a 6-man tag. And again, Fifi was teaming with Josh O'Neill and Windsor to take on the Fallen.
What a weird team that was.
That was
which Windsor? Rudolph Windsor.
Yeah,
Windsor. It would have been obviously
the original.
Scott Overman.
Yes, against Windsor, obviously everyone knows he's like Scott Overman. He's a great talent.
Yep.
Was it Scott Overman, not the original Windsor?
Scott Overman. Oh. Scott Overman.
Fifi, obviously, an amazing talent and one of the CPW mainstays. And Josh O'Neill, if anybody remembers, was a great young talent. And I felt safe going into the match, and I knew I was going to be looked after. And I was shitting myself before I went through that curtain. I can tell you now, absolutely caking it. But when you go through and you just start doing it, that sort of disappears a little bit, and you just want to do the best you can. And then when it's over, you're like, "What? That was it? I want to go back out. I want to do it again. That wasn't enough. I want to be on every match of the fucking night. You know what I mean?" But it was. But it was great. Like Tomby taught me loads throughout being in the Fallen with him. Like I learned a lot from him, And it was great being in my first ever match with him. Definitely.
I mean, also the Fallen, like you say, were a fantastic heel team. They did do a lot of that in their time in CPW. So did you like that to be that as in the tag team rants? Because you had a lot of tag teams, you had singles opportunity as well. But which one would you say is what you would like to go with? Is it singles or is it the tag team?
It's hard to say. I mean, I've had a lot of good memories doing both, but all I can say is that there are still in CPW singles titles that I haven't held. So, you know, there's got to be what I'm going for. I mean, obviously, I do love tag wrestling, and when you're in there with somebody that you click with, somebody that you know, you don't even really need to like say what you're going to do. You just look at each other and you know what's going to happen. You know what we're going to do. I just saw you by a look at the face or something like that. That's an amazing feeling. But also when you get to be on your own and when it's all on you, that's also a good. Well, so I mean, I can't honestly pick. I can't pick.
Yeah, I mean, it is a great thing. I mean, tag team wrestling, if you get it right, is a fine art, and it is awesome to see. You know, when it's done right. I'm sure you guys would agree with that.
Oh yeah.
I mean, like growing up, like I mean, watching, obviously saying that WrestleMania 17 was like the first big show that I saw. Obviously, you know, you can't not talk about TLC 2 in that. And like, you know, the three greatest tag teams ever: the Hardy Boys, the Dudley Boys, and Edge and Christian. Like, I mean, I like to think I try and use a bit of all three of them in my tag team and stuff. You know, like with the Dudley Boys, like, you know, I like, you know, you got one big guy, you know, one smaller, faster guy. You know, that's been me with a lot of my tag teams. You know, Edge and Christian, how much of a fucking laugh they were, how fun they were, and then just how incredible they were in the ring. And obviously the Hardy Boys. I mean, if you don't try and emulate the Hardy Boys when you're only my size, and you're a fucking idiot, you know what I mean?
That brings me on to a question, actually, that Wes says, heel or face? What's your favourite to play?
That's hard. That's hard as well, man, because both of them have got their, you know, I did love being a bad guy, a heel. I did love being able to just say whatever I wanted and just flip anyone off in the crowd. And I mean, I did say some rough shit to people in the crowd. I mean, Bushy, if you're watching, mate, you'll remember the shit I said to you in the crowd. Like me and Bushy had a bit of a rivalry going on. I don't think I've ever had a rivalry with a fan, you know what I mean? But me and him had some shit going on. And I did say some horrible stuff to him. So yeah, sorry, Bushy, about that. But like, also, you know, being a face, being a good guy, it's different. It's honestly, it's an ego boost. You know, when you come through the curtain and you hear that many people fucking cheering for you, it's amazing. That's such a good feeling. And having like everyone just wanting to hug you and everyone wanting to high five you and stuff, you know, I mean, that's not, to be fair, why I don't wear little trunks as my gear, because, you know, I would feel weird, you know, everyone coming up and hugging you up while you're just in these little fucking budgie smugglers, you know what I mean?
I can't comment on that, mate, when you think of hard one.
I've seen you in budgie smugglers, mate, and I've tried to block it out, mate. It wasn't nice.
And sorry, mate.
No, yeah, but I can't honestly pick. I've loved them both, and you know, I'm sure I will do both again in the future.
And same person again, Wes has asked, you've teamed up with many talented people. Yes, even Aaron. Who has been your favourite partner to date?
That's not fair. That's not a fair question to ask, is it? Because I mean,
yeah, it is.
Well,
you have had many, to be honest. You had quite a few.
I have had quite a lot. I mean, you know, from the Fallen, you know, I tagged with pretty much all of them, and then the bank job, me and Anthony Mafia. I have to say, I learned a lot from Anthony Mafia. You know, fucking, he was a great guy. Me and Aaron had some laughs, but me and Eli won the gold. So, you know, it's hard to say, but Aaron, only because I stole your kebab, I'm going to say you.
Fair.
I wonder when that was going to come in it.
I think we mentioned the Fulham quite a bit here. What I know, Dow probably wants to move on. There's a lot to talk about tonight. I just want to quickly get how did you, being part of the Fulham was obviously a big moment for you in your career, and obviously got you into the world of CPW. But what benefit came out of that, being part of a big group of people that you could obviously work off, learn from? You had a support system behind you when you're out there, sort of thing. What benefits did you get from being inside the Fallen that then helped progress your career in CPW and helped you to develop as a wrestler in CPW?
Well, I mean, like you say, like just having them there like, to support. Like it was also like when I was with them, I rarely came out for a match on my own. So I mean, if I fucked anything up or if I forgot anything, I knew I could pretty much rely on one of the lads to sort it out. I mean, like even Nightshade, I learned a lot from her. She was incredible, and I learned a lot from her about working the crowd and stuff like that. So like being able to draw from, you know, the experience of guys like that and Danny O'Neill and Tommy, it helped me a hell of a lot. And then like, now when I talk to the younger guys, I just try to remember some of the stuff that I was told back then. You know, like I say, you know, if you're you know, going a bit too fast doing something, you know, like I remember like Phil and Will used to say to me all the time, slow the fuck down. You know what I mean? So it just felt like I wasn't doing enough. But, you know, then I realised, like with more experience, that you can do less, but you can make it look more. And yeah, so that's just stuff like that I've been told from when I was younger, like from those earlier years, which I try and tell now the younger kids.
I remember that actually being a thing all the time when after the shows or after matches of yours, and thinking you used to always be like, Lee, just slow down, Lee, slow down, Lee. You're like, okay, I will do. And then literally the next match later, like, Lee, slow down.
You bastard! I mean, that's why I was last out the time as well. You know what I mean? Like, just chill. Take your time.
While we're on the subject of the Fallen, Cod Pro Wrestling wants to know, how much was Tomby a mentor to you during the early years?
Oh, loads. I mean, obviously, we all know that Tommy, he's got such an amazing talent for this business. And yeah, he taught me a lot and he helped me out with my nerves a hell of a lot. And like I say, knowing that I was in that tag with him in my debut match, like, I mean, I was still shitting myself, but it reassured me loads. It made me feel a lot better about it going out there. And I'm pretty sure, you know, the match went well. From what I can remember, the match went like pretty well. And, you know, when I came back, I was fucking buzzing. And, you know, fucking when everyone said, you know, well done, shaking my hands, you know, Tommy give me a hug and he's fucking give me a kiss on my bald head. And he was like, well done, brother. You know, it just made me feel really good. He's definitely one of my best mates through wrestling now.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, like I said, I've fallen for a big part of what you did. But there's a guy that you had a couple of singles matches in the early years. Two of his first singles matches was the Beast.
Yeah, my first singles match was the Beast.
Two singles matches with him. So what do you remember? What did you learn from working with him?
I'd tell you the main thing I remember about working the Beast. I kicked him too hard one day, in one match, and it was I'm pretty sure it was. And I boosted him. Fucking hell, and I was like, shit. And I was like, sorry, mate, I'm sorry. And he just, you know, he said to me backstage, it's like, look, it's fine, but you know, you just gotta like just learn how to control your control your stuff like that. He helped me work on that a little bit. And yeah, but honestly, I mean, you know, he's a big motherfucker, you know, and I was like, shit, he's gonna squash me now. But he gave me a receipt, don't get me wrong, but he made me know about it. But yeah. But like, and he was a great guy, you know, Beast. He taught me a lot about he helped me out a lot with my entrance because I felt it was a little bit flat before, and you know, he just basically told me to come out and just give the fucking crowd the stink eye, you know what I mean? Just proper stare them down. And that's why if Hotshot's watching, that's why every time he was in the crowd, I just came up and squared up to him. I actually thought some of the times Hotshot was going to headbutt me when in one of my entrances. You know what I
mean? You've been all right, mate. You can't get that no down.
It's not even headbutt. That's what it'd be.
Oh dear. Well, what I want to say is, as I say, with the fall towards the end of that year, at the Xmas Bash of that year, you were involved in the Death Row match of the Xmas Bash 2016. Now that match, the winner of that match went on to the main event to go into a triple threat match for the CPW Heavyweight Championship. Do you remember anything about that match?
You want to know what I remember? I remember Nathan buggering me with a fucking Christmas tree.
Yeah. I think that's the only thing I remember from that match is me jumping off the top rope with a Christmas.
I don't remember much else about that match. I picked up the Christmas tree, and I was like, I'm going to stick the fairy on top of the tree. I was going to stick up his ass, and he gave me a drop toe hold. I fell in the corner, and then boom.
I'm the same.
I'm telling you, it was. Ooh.
I'm the same. I can remember that match was me climbing to the top rope and doing a crossbody off the top rope with a Christmas tree, hugging the Christmas tree at the same time. I was just like, "Yep, see ya."
I can't even remember what my weapon was. I only remember you with the Christmas tree going up my jacksie. Right. That's it. That's all
I remember the weapons. I'm pretty sure I had a Christmas tree. Someone had a wet floor sign. I'm pretty sure it was.
Well, do you want to tell you who was in the match in the motorbike? You remember?
Yeah, go on. Who was in the match?
Well, the Beast, Danny O'Neill, Tomby, Jake Casanova.
Yes. Yeah. Yes, I remember choking Jake with the wet floor sign. I remember just like ramming it in his face.
Yeah, because I slipped. Yeah. I slipped on it. I went to kick someone and slipped on it.
Yeah.
I don't know what else everyone had. I think there was I don't know what Beast had. I don't know. I think someone might have. I don't know. I actually don't know.
I've actually watched that match earlier because what actually happened was in the end, it actually became a 3 and a fallen against Jake Casanova because obviously you and Fifi and the Beast have been eliminated, and it was basically 3-on-1.
Well, you know,
basically 3-on-1.
You know, I was young then, man. I was led astray. You know what I mean? Like the two more experienced guys, they led me astray. And yeah, we tried to work over Jake Casanova. You know what I mean?
You did, and well, to be fair, it nearly worked, but you know, Danny came out on top, and obviously Nathan remembers the end of that night because it was pretty good for him at the end of that night.
Huh? Oh yeah.
Yes.
I know what we're talking about now. Yeah.
Yeah, you know where we are, Nathan.
Yeah, thanks, mate. Don't worry.
While we're talking about the Beast, Cobb Pro Wrestling wants to know, Lee, would you like to see Morris versus the Beast in the near future?
Oh, 100%. I mean, I know Morris, you know, like he says, you know, Beast ain't ready for this. And to be fair, Beast has been out for a while. Maybe he's not ready for this. Maybe if he's going to do it, he needs to get some serious training in. Because, you know, Morris ain't going to be an easy challenge. Like when the Beast left CPW, Morris, he was rising up pretty fast, but he wasn't the Morris that we know now. Mm-hmm. You know, he can't take it just from that. But definitely, if Beast gets himself, you know, back into fighting shape, back into in-ring shape, I would love to see that match. Definitely.
Lee, quickly there, we've mentioned Death Row match. We're talking about Death Row match here. We mentioned at the start of the show that obviously on this week's episode of Next Gen Wrestling Moonlight, we're going to find out what the Death Row match this year is going to be, and we know it's going to be something special, something first time ever. How excited are you to find out what could be different or something special about this year's Death Row match?
Well, I mean, our Death Row match in itself is already pretty exciting, isn't it? So when you find out that the mind of Mr. Richards and the mind of CPW management is a sort of, you know, a twist, it's pretty exciting just to know what it is. I just try and think what it is. You've got so much shit running through your mind, like you don't know what it's going to be. So yeah, I'm definitely excited to find out what that is.
Yeah, exactly. Mr. Richards' head is like opening Pandora's box. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I've opened her box, mate. I have opened Pandora's box, and she's got so many toys in that box, mate. So.
I actually know a Welsh girl called Pandora. Don't. That's not nice. She's a nice girl. She's a lovely girl.
Oh dear.
You're an animal.
Leno's a Welsh girl called Pandora, and Aaron's opened their box.
It's disgusting. She's a lovely girl. She's a Catholic as well.
I don't believe it. Oh dear me.
Now after that box was opened.
WD-40 the hinges.
All right. Let's get
I'll get back to the questions, Dale. Dale, come on.
Right, Pandora's box. Right.
You guys
so actually, that's it. So actually, Nathan. So, well, again, I'll talk about the role that you have, and this will be the last time I talk about it for a while. At that elimination show 2017, Fifi's a champion. Has a tag team match on that show. Team would just enjoy against Leyton Sims and Armstrong.
Yes.
So what do you remember about that? What were your emotions going into that show? Start of the year, first big show.
Obviously, you want to make it a good show. I think that was the first time me and Armstrong had tagged together, just me and him. So it was like, trying to feel each other out a little bit. And obviously Fifi, great talent, and then you got Justin Joy, who just blew me away when I was in there with him. He was fucking incredible, and like how high that guy fucking can fly he is brilliant. So it was great. I learned a lot from both of them, and yeah, it was like you say, the emotions going into it. You just want to make it a good show, don't you? It's the first one. You want to make it a banger, and I think we did all right.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure Nathan looked at Kirby. Obviously, he was a champion going into that match.
I mean, again, it's so many years ago. I've done so much since then. I don't remember much.
Yeah, I know. Right.
I did actually watch that match the other day.
But I mean, I don't care. The guy isn't. I mean, who cares about him anymore? But I'm pretty sure that's the match where I nearly got injured for the first time ever in wrestling by Armstrong's dodgy German suplex.
You've got
Probably.
You've got to watch Germans, man. I only trust a few people to German.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely always have to make sure you trust a person giving you a German. But I'm pretty sure that's the match where that happened, where it went sideways, pretty much. But yeah, again, I think they say I think that was still Justin Joy's early days. He only just started making his name in CPW.
Yeah, he was making a name for himself, though. He really was.
But yeah, he was a good talent. And again, like I say, was it still the Fallen then? Was that when you became?
Yeah, we were still the Fallen then.
The Fallen. So,
at that point, yeah.
Yeah, that was like Fallen at their peak as well. Sort of like everyone was hating on the Fallen. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they had that heat straight away. So it was all I had to really do was just build on it, and that's the thing I love the most about being a heel, being able to get that fucking hatred from the crowd. Just trying to think of different ways of doing that, like more inventive ways of getting the crowd to hate you than just telling them to shut up. I did say some quite savage things to the crowd. So, that's why I'm making up for it now. That's why I'm showing all the love to the Galaxy now, because I feel bad for the shit I said.
Well, fair play.
Well, I mean, at the end of the day, like you say, you're still the Fallen, but like I say, you also went on a little bit of a more of a singles run as well that year.
Yeah.
Which takes you on to a match at History 4 with the boss.
Ah, yes.
Mr.
Now
Richards.
we're talking.
When you got told you were going to be going in with the boss. Wow, I can't imagine how you must have felt knowing that's what you're going to be doing.
On the back of that, Lee, quickly. Obviously, I know how you're feeling, but how was it feeling knowing, like, obviously, previously you probably just seen recent matches of him, like with Dan Evans, no, I think it's Brandon Thomas one before that, wasn't it?
Yes, yeah.
The last one was Brandon Thomas.
I've seen him in some fucking epics, and obviously, you look at the guy, he's a fucking mountain of fucking other man. You know what I mean? Look at the guy, he's fucking hench. And, he's the boss. He's the boss. You want it to be fucking good. So obviously, when I was told that, I tried to act cool, but, the world fell out my ass, man. I shit myself. I wanted it to be good, but it's still today one of my favourite matches I've ever had because of the fucking atmosphere. Like, if anybody gets the chance to face Mr. Richards, you will know what I'm on about. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Like, I think the only person I've seen to split the crowd was Will. You know what I mean? Anybody else, yeah, you're fucking hated. Like, you are hated. Like, you say anything bad about Mr. Richards, man, the CPW Galaxy want to fuck you up. No question. Hated. But you're hated. I hate you anyway, so it sounds.
Yeah, I hate you.
but yeah, I mean, like, having that, like, because I came out first and I just started, doing what I did and giving shit to the crowd, and then when his music hit, I have never fucking felt that. Being stood there and the crowd just go ape shit, man. I'm like, wow, this is so much special. It felt so good. Like, and admittedly, I was like Mr. Richards will say this himself. Like, I was still really green at the time, and at the end of the match, because he did tell me off for this, and it's something that I'll never forget. It's something that I'll always tell the youngsters now. Like, don't forget to do this. Like, at the end of the match, he just fucking kicked the crap out of me, hit me with all of his fucking biggest moves. And I didn't, sell it enough. I didn't work it enough. And, I got told off. Like, you have all been told off by Mr. Richards, and you know how that is. But it's something I'm glad he did, obviously, because otherwise you don't learn. And now it's something that I make sure, like, ever since then, I've never fucking forgot that. I probably oversell sometimes, like, because of that, but I will. It's something I will always make sure the youngsters know and tell them, that it doesn't end. It doesn't end until you're back through that curtain. But you still have to show everything until you're back through the curtain.
So before the match, obviously you're feeling nervous and you get in the ring. You're feeling anxious and you're like, "I'm ready for this. I'm going to war. I'm going to fight." And then the music hits and, like, the intensity just elevates, and you're just like full on intimidation factor because of the noise level. Like, did you feel that as well? Like, just like,
we took it out into the crowd as well. We took it out into the crowd, and one of my favorite pictures I've got from wrestling is I was dragging him through the crowd, and this little girl must have taken off her little fluffy slipper, and she was hitting me with. I didn't even notice that she was doing it until I saw the picture. But it's just, I remember biting him as well in the crowd. And this old lady just coming to hit me. And it's like, just, being able to invoke that emotion in the crowd it's amazing. It's such a good feeling. And knowing that obviously it helps, like, you're biting Mr. Richards' head. Like, so the crowd's going to be pissed off. But it's a good feeling. Yeah, it is quite intimidating. Especially because I hadn't had that many matches up until then, and so being put into that big match feel, it was very intimidating. But it's something I'll never forget, and I'll always be fucking thankful for.
Cool. I mean, like I say, like, did you also, like, did you feel like after that match, like, it made you better as well going forward, and it really helped elevate you as a performer afterwards?
Well, yeah, I mean, first of all, going against Mr. Richards anyway is going to elevate you. It makes, I mean, if they're not taking notice of you before, they're taking notice of you then, win or lose. You've just had a match with Mr. Richards. Right, so, yeah, it definitely elevated me straight away. And, yeah, like, I mean, obviously, like I said, I learned so much from it, and I was so fucking happy. I've been buzzing from matches before, but that's, one of the top 3 where I come back and I just couldn't sit still. I'm not fucking, I just felt so amazing from it.
And like you say, to be in that match is obviously you're part of a very small group of names that have actually wrestled Mr. Richards, really.
Yeah, It's, I'm quite proud to be on that short list. Yeah,
and I think that's like one of those things, like like to be on that list is something special. To have been chosen to be in that position and to have that opportunity. Is it true though, Lee? I know Aaron's busy and he's on YouTube, but according to Pro Wrestling mentioned here, was it true that you couldn't leave the building afterwards because the fans wanted to shoot you and stuff?
No, I couldn't even go. This was the Binny banqueting suite where usually, I'd even as a heel, I'd just go in because, I drink beer. So I'll go into the bar and I'll get myself a pint. I don't care. I just go and do it. But after this match, I was going to, but I just couldn't, mate. Because if I'd have gone through that door, I'd have probably got glassed.
He's not joking. I remember being backstage and it was just like, Lee, mate, you got to stay, mate, until the fans have gone, bro. He's like, but I want to get a beer. He was like, I think someone went and got him a beer because he was thirsty, but he was like, I just want to go outside and get a beer. He was going mad.
Yeah. I wanted a fag and a beer, but obviously my life meant more.
We were there till 2 a.m. waiting for him to be safe.
Nathan, why's your impression of Lee sound like Mr. Bean?
I wasn't doing an impression of Lee. I'm just doing a voice.
Oh, right. Sorry.
You know what I mean?
If I did an impression of Lee, if I did an impression of Lee, I'll smash this glass bottle over my head.
Well, Cov Pro Wrestling says was a great match and well worth it.
Thank you. Yeah, it's definitely one of my favourite matches I've ever had. Yes, thank you.
And he also said even he was worried for you that night.
I think most people have had to be worried about themselves after going into a match with Mr. Richards.
Carry on, Dale.
I did go off on one of the crowd before that match though, so that
you did.
I said some quite harsh stuff, which is what I loved about being a heel, man. I mean, Phil said to me, he was like, say what you want, man. Just go out there. He even gave me a couple of things to say, and I was like, you sure? And it's like, yeah. So
I always get scared when I get those messages.
Just went out there and
just say this.
It was harsh, but it was the reaction, man. And then because they were hating the shit I was saying, and then when his music hit, it obviously was going to be loud anyway for his music, but because he was coming out to shut me up, it was epic, man. And for me then, the stage of my career that I was at then, it was epic. Yeah, it's so emotional for me. It was great.
Do you remember what he told you to say?
I'm not gonna say. We're not gonna.
I don't know, mate.
I can remember, yeah.
I mean, I know what Mr. Rich is like, obviously, from doing our little.
Our promo videos, yeah.
I know this man don't hold back with what he wants you to say. Hence why I've had to do the gynecologist sniff my fingers trick quite a few times. You know what I mean? This poor woman on the other end of the camera is going.
I was like, are you sure?
But yeah, and me and you were just sniffing my fingers. You know what I mean? So I understand.
Look, if the boss says it's okay, it's okay.
But it's not even that. If the boss tells you to do it, pretty much
you do it.
Well,
Listen, I've been told off by the boss, yeah, and I've been told off by my dad. I'd rather be told off by my dad 100 times more than the boss.
I'm not even going to disagree with you there.
I don't know. I the boss and my dad, and I didn't enjoy it either. So I'm not sure.
So after this, Dad, where do we go in Mr. Lee's career?
Well, we know he goes. I mean, I'm not quite sure what's happened with the four at that point. I'm not quite sure if it's first or if you've sort of gone on your own way at that point. Because I mean, the third time you really do anything more with them kind of guys in that year was a 6-man tag at Takeover when you were teaming with Tomby and Tom Lindsay against Fifi, Niall Fairchild, and Jake Casanova, who was the champion at the time.
Team Trunks. Team Trunks.
Team Trunks. Yes, and I watched that match recently as well.
I did as well because it came up on the on demand as one of the old footage unseen things, and I gave it a watch, and then I remembered that night because both Niall and Jake wore trunks then, and they were like, "Oh, Nathan, you should join us wearing trunks," and I was like, "Okay then," and then wore a poor pair of Niall's old.
I'll be honest, man.
I wore Niall's Niall's pairs of trunks, and we were Team Trunks in the night.
Yeah, he never asked for them back though, did he?
No, I actually still got them. I've still got them.
They're wearing them now.
He gave me them.
And to anybody, when you're lying there, and you see Nathan in these tiny fucking budgie smugglers jumping on you, it is one of the worst sights ever coming at you.
What are you on about, mate? I've got a body of a Greek god.
Yeah, Nathan's got the body of Adonis kebab.
Yeah.
Yeah, that match was a fun match.
It was a good match, and being in a match with on the same team as Tom Lindsay. Tom Lindsay liked to take the piss, and I remember in that he just kept fucking saying stuff to make me laugh throughout the whole match. And if you watch it back, if any time he came near me, you see me away from him trying to stifle a laugh. He's a bastard, honestly.
He is. So what happens after that, Dale?
So I want to go. I'm going to go into 2018. Like I say, I think League sort of goes on his own way. But then he turns up in a tag team called the Bank Job.
That's it, the Bank Job.
Bank Job, Anthony Mafia.
And a secret of mine, I heard the fans weren't calling the Wank Job. No, I'm joking. I'm joking.
You have to lower the tone, don't you, Nathan?
But why did that never become a thing?
Hey, up, he's gone.
Leyton,
You've done him
there, mate.
Oh, you see what you've done to him? Oh, he's back. Is he back?
Hello?
What did you do, Lee?
Back.
What did you do?
My dog knocked the phone off.
Oh.
Oh, right.
Dog heard the word wank job and got excited.
He did, yeah. So I want to talk about a tag team match you both had. The Bank Job against Joy and West at the Nick Aldis Super Show.
Yeah, that's...
When Nick Aldis came down.
One of my top matches. I love that match.
And you both had a match with Joy and West. So if you remember that match, you want to talk us again to see what your emotions are, because obviously Nick Aldis, the NWA Heavyweight Champion, has come to CPW. So he's come in as well. So what do you feel when you've got this kind of guy on a show? Do you feel you've got to up your game even more than what it would normally be?
Mate, seeing him backstage, first of all, with that title, that was like just being in the vicinity of that title, and not just as a fan, but being on the same show where that title is being defended, it fucking blew my mind. Honestly, it was like, wow.
Special.
And so obviously, any match you have, you want to be a good match, but you don't want to be the one match on that sucked. You know what I mean? You don't want to be the match that people say on that show sucked. You want to be fucking noticed on a match like that, on a show like that. You want to be noticed, and so it was a bit of pressure, and but just enjoying Craig West. Were an amazing team. Yeah, I remember I didn't get my hands up in time when he came up, and he fucking nearly took my eye out from a shot in the corner. And he asked me if I was all right, but I tried to act all hard, and I'm fine. Nearly fell over when I got up though, but you know what I mean. But it's okay. But yeah, it was a really good match, and I love tagging with Anthony Mafia. He's a quiet guy. You know, you guys know backstage, he's a quiet guy. He don't talk that much.
Yeah, keep himself to himself.
But then when we got to planning matches, he just come out with this. He had such an amazing mind for wrestling. He really did, and I loved his character as well.
Yeah, he was a good guy. And I remember I had my fair share of matches with him as well, and they were always very entertaining and enjoyed all of them.
There's one of my favourite pictures from wrestling as well, and it's Justin Joy doing a crossbody on me from I'm on the outside, and he's just, like I said before, he just fucking flies through the air, and it's just me there ready to catch him. It's one of my favourite pictures from wrestling. It just looks amazing.
Cool.
Yeah.
I mean, that's so sarcastic. Sorry, that sounded so sarcastic.
It
didn't mean to be. We're talking about Nick Aldis on the show, and obviously you've been around a while, Lee, and we've had the privilege of having quite a good few people come into CBW from the likes of TNA, WWE, and NWA, etc. And we've had the privilege of having them teaching seminars and teaching us stuff. And I know you've done a few of these seminars. What was it like having that ability to train off these guys that are, at the top of a sport or top of an industry? And
it's
also,
obviously an opportunity, isn't it? It's brilliant. And you want to do as best as you can. But if I remember right, I think it was the Rene Dupree seminar. We were fucked after that, weren't we?
Well, I was about to ask you though, which one of the seminars has been your favourite to do? Like Anderson, Aldis,
I'd say the Rene Dupree one, because I think about it. I didn't do the Flash one. No, I did. Yes, I did do the Flash one, and that was really good. But I'd have to say the Rene Dupree one. Like it was just. I didn't expect him to be like he was, as a person. Like, he was just such a chilled out guy. I fucking love that guy. He's such a nice bloke. And he's just so chilled out when you're talking to him backstage. You don't realise you're talking to somebody who was in WWE. When Tyler's in WWE, it's like fucking hell. And then the seminar totally blew me out. And I think pretty much most of us at the end of it were like, fuck's sake, we've got a show to do. All of us just dying there. Like, oh. That was amazing. Any of them, to be fair, like being in the same ring as them, like being able to learn from the minds of like Nick Aldis, fucking Robbie E, fucking
Mr. Anderson.
Flash Morgan, Rene Dupree. It was such. I didn't do the Ian Anderson one.
Did you not? Did you do the Car Noir one, or was that when you was injured as well?
Yes, I did do the Car Noir. No, I was there, but that was while I was injured. But I made sure I wanted to make sure that I came to watch, because just you take it in just by watching, don't you?
Yeah.
That one was one of my favourite ones.
He was amazing.
Yeah.
Which one?
It was Cara Noir.
Yeah, very
what I love
enjoyable.
about him, he tried to teach you about his character work and stuff, and how to work. Just to work the crowd. It wasn't so much like physical stuff. It was like you working your character and making it feel believable. And he was incredible. Man.
Yeah.
And the match he had with Tommy was awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So, Dad, what happens after this then? So we've just had him the debut of the bank job.
The bank job. I mean, they went on to have a couple of a tag team matches. They had a tag team match when they played. They faced a team called. I'm going to get this right. The Casalicious.
Jake and Morgan, yes.
Yes. And it was a qualifying match for the gauntlet for the history of 2018. So,
I remember them two just dancing loads in there.
Yes.
You want to fight? You want to get in there and have a scrap? I'm just trying to lay the nut on him, and he's doing the fucking Macarena. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
But that was a lot of fun. I mean, working either of those guys. I mean, everybody knows that them two are a lot of fun in the ring, and it was again, times like when they're just dancing at you. It's again just trying to keep a straight face, mate. Trying to keep a straight face and trying to act, because back then I was trying to act, and it's hard to try and do that when you've got Jake just fucking twerking in front of you. You know what I mean? It's difficult. Like, it's difficult.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Well, at the end of the day, I mean, like I said, it seems like you and Anthony were quite successful as a tag team at that point.
Yeah, we did well.
Yeah. I mean, and you went on, like I said, to history of that year into a gauntlet match for the CPW tag team titles, where you took on the Rainbow Boys.
Rainbow Express, please.
Whatever you want to call yourself.
Rainbow Boys. That sounds 10 times worse.
Sounds like the Green Boys.
The Merseyside Mercenary Squad and Joy and West for the tag team titles, which the MMS come out on top with. But what do you remember about that? But that was at the Highway Club, wasn't it? That one.
Yes, the Highway Club. Yeah.
Yes.
I don't remember too much about that match, but I remember any time I tagged with Anthony Mafia, I remember having a lot of fun because me and him did seem to work together a lot. Me as the thug, me as the hooligan, him as the bad man with his bruh, you know, all this that stuff. He was great. And wasn't that the one where we had the signs? Me and you, Nave?
No, I think that's the one where we came out. We came out and eliminated you. I think we started the match, us and your team.
Yeah, you were with what's it there? Was it always his name? The Neon Defender.
Yeah, I think we eliminated you. We eliminated you. Then Justin Joy and West came out, eliminated us, and then they went on to fight MMS in the final two.
Yes.
And won.
They lost.
Yeah.
MMS won.
Yeah, that's what I said. MMS won.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you know,
that was my first show. That was my first show. That was.
Even when I was with the Fallen, I didn't. You know, even when we were tagging, it wasn't so much thinking about being a tag team. It was just about being a faction, and we were just trying to win by any means necessary. But with Andy Mafia, it was the first time. It was actually, you know, just trying to think of being an actual tag team. Like, you know, thinking about being a cohesive team where we work together, you know, we're thinking of moves that we can do together and stuff. And it really opened my eyes to tag team wrestling.
That was my first ever live show.
Was it?
That I went to, yes.
And
so I seen you at the bar, Lee, and I offered you a drink and you went no, and I've never offered to buy you one since.
No lie. I don't say no to a drink.
That's got to be a lie. He'd never say no.
He did. You did. You were at the bar with Anthony Mafia. You had your hood up, and I went and said hello to you, and you were like, "Yes, bro." And I was like, "You want a drink?" He was like, "Nah, I'm all right." And then you were like, "Because I think you were getting one," and I was like, "Fuck that! I ain't buying him one ever again, man."
Don't sound right, mate.
No, I don't believe that. To be fair, he'd have just had two.
So what happens after that? Where do we go to here?
Yeah. So obviously we've got through history of that year, and we're going into Summerfest 3. You two, main event, Hair versus Loverboy match.
Oh yes. And this I love.
Oh, this is what I've been waiting for. This is the
main event of the evening.
I mean, I'm pretty sure it's my first main event as well, you know. So that was
we say Loverboy, right? But the actual stipulation was
slave. Was it
the actual stipulation was the actual stipulation was if I won, he becomes my gimp.
Yes. Okay.
Now the thing is, we've never asked this question. We've never asked this question, Lee, and I think we should ask this question now. We're on Talking Madness. We have the fans watching. If we could go back to 2019, ladies and gentlemen, who would actually have wanted to see Lee dressed as a gimp coming to the ring being led by Fifi?
I can answer this.
Pretty sure most of them would, yeah.
I can answer this. I actually remember this and wanted him to lose.
Mate,
I can answer this as well because it was 2018, but you never mind.
Obviously, I didn't want to lose. I didn't want to lose because if I lost, I had to have my head shaved.
Yes.
See, the boss was saying to us, yeah, and he was like, he didn't know which way it was going to go. You know, I didn't know which way it was going to go. And I honestly thought I was going to have to spend the next couple of months wearing a fucking ball gag and assless chaps coming out on a lead carried by Nathan. And I was so fucking scared. I was so scared.
Can we just take note that this is the first ever and only time ever that someone has had that we've had a match that involves someone losing their hair, though.
But then, I remember.
But wasn't that because you need a haircut, Dave?
I went to shave his beard.
The truth was, I was really balding, weren't I?
Yeah. He was hanging on to that.
I remember doing it, and just after I'd done it, and I came out and I grabbed a load of his hair and I blew it at the fans. And Martin finishes fucking. She was like, she was going to kill me that night, honestly. She was like, you're a bully! You're a bully! Like, she was going to slap me. And she actually went for me, and I had to step back. If I didn't, she'd have just took the head off me. But yeah, it was because I just Nathan's ginger hair and her face. Like, that was a great night, Nath.
I mean, I don't know. It was. I'm not gonna lie. I've had many haircuts in my life, and that's probably the most violent haircut I've ever
had. Lee, just remember, Nathan's still got the gimp outfit under the bed for you, mate.
I'm not gonna lie. That it does worry me that it's going to come back. That stipulation will come back one day, and then I'm going to be all fucking levered up with a fucking. I don't want that. You know what I mean?
You're more likely. Yeah, but this time around, you're more likely to be Russell Hardwood's gimp.
It's probably better than Fifi's gimp. I'll be honest.
Yeah. Well. I mean, at the end of the day, it seems like you enjoyed that moment, then, Lee.
Sorry, Dal. Lee, you keep asking which match had the sign battle. That was the one. Because
that was it. Yeah.
Because it was at the church. And your brother had the massive sign at the back of the room.
No, the sign battle, that was the Highway Club. I'm sure I've got a video of it. It was the Highway Club.
You sure? I thought Oh no, was that the one where I came in the back of the room though, and your brother had the big sign? I just held the big sign at the back of the room. No, that wasn't.
It was definitely the Highway Club because I saw a video of it the other day, and you're in your little fucking cheerleader skirt, and you're holding yours up, and I'm trying to get the cheers, but I'm getting the boos and that. Yeah.
Okay.
We should have a fight about it.
Anyway, carry on, Dal.
I mean, it seems to be from that point, Lee, you decided to, how can I put it? You decided you were going to try and get on the good side of CPW Galaxy, because you had a triple threat title match against your tag team partner Anthony Mafia and Morris, and you walked away from the man that was your partner at the time.
Well, he was my boy, and he treated me like shit in the match.
So you decided to turn your back on him?
Well, I went for the pin. We said, like, honestly, we said before we went out, like, if either one of us wins, that's all that matters. As long as one of us wins. I went for the pin. He stopped me, and then he slapped the taste out of my mouth. I'm not taking that. He's supposed to be my boy. I'm not taking that. So, yeah, I'll give him a slap back, and I walked away. That's it.
Walked away, and in the end, it cost him the match.
Yeah, so Morris, fair play.
Yeah, I mean, like I say, you seem to try and get onto the good side of the CPW Galaxy from that point.
Yeah.
And get the fans on your side.
A bit of anger management. A bit of anger management therapy, and started trying to, trying to change my ways.
Yes.
Who would believe the Pigman was a trained doctor?
Who would have believed it? No, I couldn't. But so I want to go on to I want to get on to the Superstars project, actually. Superstars project season 1.
Cash.
That's the one.
Yes.
That match. I mean, what was it like for you? How did you feel being involved in that? Knowing that that's something that you want to do to actually pass what knowledge that you had pass it on to somebody else.
It's a privilege, mate. Being able, even to this day, it's still a bit strange to me to feel like I'm any kind of role model or any kind of, somebody to look up to or somebody to give advice, because I've never been that person. As much as I can, I will. If I think I can, I will, but it's still a bit strange to me. And then, so even then in season 1, like just being like having that trust put in you to do that, it was a weird feeling, but it was a good feeling. And like Cash was good. Like Cash wanted to learn, and but the only problem I've got with that is there's no question about it. His daughter stole the fucking show.
Yeah.
Like, I might as well have not been there. His daughter stole the show. She's just so cute. And I was like, all right, sound, I'll go.
Yeah. I mean,
is that the one where you bit the teddy of a unicorn?
Yes, I think so, like a unicorn or something like that. I think I bit the head off it or something like that, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Remember that.
What happened?
Well, like I said, it must have been a great moment to actually have somebody just want to come in and learn from wrestling. You to give yourself to them and your knowledge and help them achieve their dream of getting in the ring and performing.
Yeah, like I say, it was a weird feeling, but it was a good feeling. I still sometimes don't feel like the person to be given advice. I just don't feel like I'm that person. But like when I'm able to, and when it actually works, it is a good feeling, and helping him like live that dream. Even that it was only that one night he wanted to do, and helping him live that one night dream was a great feeling.
It is a special moment, and like you say, season 1 was the one where people were at the highest point of vocalizing what Superstars is going to fail and it can't be done. It was not right. Blah blah blah. It's a stupid idea, etc., etc. Whatever they want to say, they can say it and they can shove it up their fucking ass because it's wrong. Because we've proven it works. We've proven 9 times out of 10 that it's the best thing to have happened. And look at the talent that came from it. But I think I say not just about look at the talent that came from Superstars, but also look at the people that have just had that one experience or just had that chance to live a dream and stuff. That also means just as much as allowing us to bring in and develop new talent. That's what the Superstars project was made for. It was made for people to come and experience the world of wrestling in a period of time where you can go out there, have that match experience, have that match moment, and either stick around, stick with it, and become a superstar, and go on to do more stuff in WWE, or like Cash did, just came out, had that experience, got to live his dream, and that meant just as much to him as it does to have like someone like Carrie who's now wrestling week in and week out on the roster.
Yeah, I mean, I still talk to Cash every now and again. When it was his birthday, I just messaged him saying happy birthday, hope he's doing well. And we still talk about it. We're still he is still one of his favorite memories. And to know that I was a part of helping that memory happen, that's amazing, man. And they don't have to carry on. Like you say, if they don't carry on, it's only that one time.
Yeah.
Then that's okay. I wasn't sure if I would carry on with wrestling, but I think most people, once they step through that curtain, it's an addiction, isn't it? You know what I mean?
I mean, I only done Superstars. I was only going to do Superstars, and that was it. And then you kind of get like embroiled in all of it, and you come out and you think, I want more. It's like a drug you never had before.
I mean, talking about that, there's another guy that was on the Superstars season 1, James Cross. Obviously, we talked about him when he was on the show, and obviously, you had his first match on a show was with James Cross. His first match at Xmas time, which out. So again, another one from that project that came onto the roster.
Yeah, I've had a lot there since then. A lot of matches since then with him, and guys like him, Emma Cross. Dingo, and Aaron, it's been great to see people develop from those first couple of matches to where they're at now, to some of our top names now, that have come through that Superstars project. It's so good to see the progression and the hunger from a lot of them as well to want to keep going. And that's only going to make CPW better, because it makes everyone who's already been there need to keep going, need to keep training, need to keep improving, because there's always that competition. But it's not competition where you want someone else to fuck up, because everyone in CPW supports each other. And I think that's also why the Superstars project works, because it's the support you get from everybody else. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I can't argue that. I mean, before I continue, Aaron, is there any questions from the YouTube? You haven't heard that from a while. Any questions?
Yeah, I mean, I was just waiting to come in with them. Obviously, there is questions there, but I don't. We've had a few. Obviously, Wes asked Ace and Heel. Wes also asked, do you prefer tag wrestling or single wrestling, which you've already answered that one.
Yeah,
I believe. Emma Cross wants to know, how's your head feeling after being hit with a golden ticket?
Well, yeah, I'm not going to lie. You knocked me out. It's going to knock anybody out. But if you look at the surface of that briefcase, you will see that this brick motherfucker put a hole in that briefcase. So, you might put me down, but I ain't staying down for long. You know what I mean?
Wow, you've got nothing else in your head, mate. So... Wes wants to know, if you could wrestle anyone, dead or alive, who would it be?
Oh. Either The Rock or Macho Man. But my two favorites, The Rock or Macho Man. It would be amazing to be able to have a match against either of them. They're my two absolute heroes. So yeah,
Macho Man, definitely. Yeah, I think everyone would say Macho Man. He was like 80s era, like Macho Man was like awesome, like when he used to come out. Yeah, it's I always remember his like all his mad colours and his glasses, and you know what I mean. It was
everything, the hat, everything. The guy was just like why I love The Rock, but he was the first one that I sort of noticed because he was so electrifying. But that's why when I went back and watched older stuff, that's why I love the Macho Man, because he was electrifying, man. You just wanted to keep watching him. And even when he was talking, when he was wrestling, when he was doing anything, you wanted to keep watching it.
Cov Pro Wrestling wants to know this, Lee. Did Lee enjoy doing the Dr. Gage Leyton Sims episodes, and does he have any funny stories about them?
Fucking hell, there's a lot of times where we were just doing something and we just fucking burst out laughing. You know what I mean? Or Phil Tay started to do something and me and you look at each other and be like, what the fuck? But Lenny Henry, if we can still get him, if we can, if we're trying to book a celebrity, man, if we can get Lenny Henry.
Oh, mate, if we could get Lenny Henry on Talking Madness, would be the only.
I mean, I remember when I was only supposed to bite off the head of the flower, but I ended up swallowing it, and I was just trying to carry on then with the with the segment, and I was like, and all I could taste is flour. I remember talking about what was supposed to be Raymond Hardwood. But for some reason, while we were talking here, you said Russell Hardwood, and we just had to carry on, and we had to fucking run with it. And I'm just looking at you like, no.
Yeah.
Thanks, mate. Appreciate it.
I think for me, it's going to be the Lenny Henry one.
Lenny Henry.
Why I'm going to say that is, obviously, everyone who watched it, we had that book with the African guy on the front. And Dale, you were holding the book.
Yes, I do.
And me and Lee were going, nah, we're going to get heat from this. It's just like people are going to call us racist. And then Mr. Richard just went, they're going to call me racist. We were like,
yeah, honestly, those are just some of the stupid stuff we did then, and just fucking feeling out, having a laugh. are some of my favourite memories from wrestling. Not even matches, doing that.
I remember these happening, obviously, after training all the time. And then basically, whoever's left around was end up going to be in the video somehow. If you hang around after training, you might end up in a Dr. Gage and Leyton Sim episode. But I also,
Will Star was in one.
I also remember, though, you'd sit there and you'd listen to Mr. Richards just roll off the ideas and tell you what you're doing. And everyone there going, what? Really? How are we getting away with this? We're just going to do it, guys. We're just going to go with it and just do as I tell you to do. And you're like, everyone's like, I don't know how to keep a straight face whilst this is happening. This is crazy.
Yeah, definitely. Like, you know, I've had some matches that I've loved. I've had some matches that I'll never forget. But those, like, I think are some of my favourite memories from wrestling, just because we just took a piss, and so many times where it's just uncontrollable laughter. It was fucking brilliant.
Oh,
Tango.
No, do you remember with the cones? Big cone. Is that a little cone? Do you remember that one?
I mean, you're there just bouncing on that ball. We had some fucking good times doing them. And
was there one where I came out of the room first and then you went in and like you were doing something, Aaron? Like, oh, thank you.
You had that.
There was a lot of really rude stuff on there, definitely. Like, yeah.
You had the weight in your hand, didn't you? And you were like massaging the weight, or you know what I mean?
That was it. I'll do them the weight.
Right, moving on quickly because I don't want to answer that one.
Yeah.
Wes Hanley wants to know who out of the galaxy would Lee like to join the Superstar Project and face him?
I mean, it's got to be one of the three, isn't it? Bushy, Wes, or Martin. One of the three. It's got to be.
Well, yes,
I do think Wes should give it a go. I do think Wes should have
Wes is not allowed.
I know he's not.
One of you three boys, yeah. I tell you what, Wes, Bushy, and Martin in a 6-man tag against me, Dale, and Aaron.
What? Where do you want to get involved, mate? I'm refereeing it, mate.
I want Dale in. I want him to grow some lamb chops back, and I want him in.
Can I be the ref then?
Yes. I
tell you what, I'm going to put this out there, Wes, because I know you're listening. Wes, if you want me to speak to Emma and like smooth it out for you, mate, for you to be a wrestler, I'll do that for you, cuz.
One night only.
If you want to, just give it a go, man. You only have to do it once. If that's all you want to do, but give it a go.
One night only. That one.
And we don't have to tag. It can be just the two of us. We can make it.
I was gonna go down the one night. Ooh,
I will tell you. All you've got to do though, to be honest, Wes, all you got to do is have a little bit of faith.
Shut up, Nate.
Oh, sorry.
Right, lads, usually, I'll be honest, I can, like, while the guest is talking, I can sneak off for a slash.
You know,
but you are the guest.
You can offer a slash. I'm sorry, lads.
Oh, no, you're not. We're going back to you now, mate. You can wait until Kat joins us.
Yeah.
You're
carry on.
Or pee in a bottle, just off screen.
No, you don't want to see that. No, I'll hold it for a bit. I'll hold it.
Where are we up in this career? Where are we up?
So finish on the YouTube. No one's got anything else, though.
There are some other questions, but they'll come up shortly. I can guarantee that because I know where we're going. If we're going in the right direction in his career, they should pop up in a few seconds.
Okay, good. Right, so we'll go on to 2019, and a guy that actually you have a quite an interesting rivalry for the first half of that year, the Iron Serb.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, man.
You had a match at our free show we did that year, the January of that year. We got a singles match of him.
Yes, I think my matches with him led up to. I'm sure you're going to say it, but led up to the Belgrade Brawl. But that's honestly the main thing I remember about my feud with him. But it was great to work with Serb. I mean, he's obviously really experienced, and he helped me out a lot. He taught me a lot. And but like I say, it was all leading up to that Belgrade Brawl, man.
Yeah, I mean that's absolutely right. I mean, because obviously in Warfare of that year, You went into a match with George, Sean Rubin, Kevin Isaacs, and Bashby for the New Blood Championship.
Yes.
You get your first singles championship in CPW. So how do you feel? You knowing that is what you are then getting that championship. You're going to be a champion in CPW. How does that feel?
Well, I mean, it was an amazing feeling. Anybody who's been a champ can, say that. You appreciate the trust that's put in you, especially the first ever New Blood champion. I'm very, very proud to be able to say that. And
Hakim Paul.
Hakim Paul.
Hakim Paul.
Yeah. People are going to be like, "What the hell's going on there?" But there is a story to this.
Yes.
Well, yeah. I mean, Tomby always wanted me to come out and to scream that because we were sponsored by Hakim Paul
Hakim
at the
Paul,
time,
yeah.
And then obviously the New Blood belt as well, and it was just like
the New Blood was Hakim Paul New Blood belt. But yeah, first of all, being told that, I have the Galaxy to thank for that, if I'm honest. It was because it just came off the back of me getting the 2018 Breakout Star of the Year. And, I think when the management realised that the Galaxy, that the crowd are behind you, then you're going to get those opportunities. Like, you have to, it's a payoff for working that hard to get the love of the crowd of the Galaxy. And I wouldn't be where I was at all without the Galaxy, without the fans that we have. I don't think any of us would. And so I have them to thank for that. And it was an amazing feeling when I got that. And then when Aaron and that came out and celebrated and that was something special.
Yeah, I remember that moment. It was quite a nice moment for you and everything. And like I say, getting that first title is always special.
Yeah, mate, the tears in my eyes were real. They were real because it was a culmination of growing up, seeing people come out, seeing The Rock come out and holding up his title at the fucking corner of the ring, and seeing that and thinking, I want that, and then it happening. Such an amazing feeling, and I'll never ever forget it till the day I die.
That's fair. No, you say again, Comedy Pro Wrestling's mentioned already tonight. That's what it's about. It's about making memories. All this is about making memories in CPW. CPW is about giving people the chance to make memories and let you go. So that that's what that is for you. There is making memories. There, you're able to make those memories and keep those memories for life.
Yeah, but go on, Lee.
No. I'm just saying. Yeah, that's right. Definitely.
Yeah, I mean, let's say you went up to defend that championship at the second Superstar show. We did obviously 2 nights. And the second night, obviously, we've spoken to the man that you faced a few weeks ago in Ryan Lance as obviously Jack now. And so going into that again, Superstars once again, you're going in there. Showing somebody, giving somebody your experience. You're a champion. So what's the difference between that and the first one that you did? Is the difference between it?
Yeah, of course. I mean, like you say, you're a champ. You've got to set a different standard. And again, being able to be a part of somebody else's first ever match was amazing, and it's always a privilege and an honor to do that. But like, defending a title in that as well is a different kind of honor, and coming through that curtain with a title wrapped around your waist it's fucking incredible. It really, really is. I can't explain that feeling. I mean, coming through the curtain anyway is amazing, but when you've got that title wrapped around you, or when you're holding that title, it's everything you wanted to do as a kid. It's everything you thought of doing at every WrestleMania you watched, every Royal Rumble you watched. It's everything you've always wanted to do. And then being able to do that as well at the same time as helping, a youngster who became a really good friend, through his first ever match. I'm so happy I've had those opportunities.
I mean, it must have been a fantastic opportunity, like I say, just to, again, you're stepping up a level, you're going in there as a champion, you're giving them, as well as giving somebody the opportunity to, again, live their dream of wrestling. So these all things, all these three things in the one particular show must have been amazing for you.
Yeah, it was, mate. It was. And like I say, Jack or Ryan, whatever you want to call him, he became a really good friend. And knowing that you helped him through that first one, it's great.
Yeah, and he brought the love of our life.
Well, his mum is an amazing woman. Let's be fair.
She is. She is. She's a fantastic woman. She's Geordie, so she's going to be, isn't she? So she's going to be a great woman.
Dale, God's sake. Get over it.
All right, mate. All right, if you say so. Right, so I'll keep going on. Again, so from there, so you're still the New Blood champion, but you're going to Adrenaline of that year. And again, a rivalry that I was talking to you about with the Iron Serb. And he manages to win the New Blood Championship off you that show. So again, what is your feelings knowing that championship is going to get taken off you? You know that you're going as a champion, but you're not coming out as one.
But I mean, every champ's going to experience that at one point or another. You have to be able to accept that and know that you just got to keep working and something else is going to come along. But it's never nice. Let's be fair. It's never amazing. But all you want to do is put on a good match, and as long as the other guy does enough where you think that it warrants them taking that title, then it's fine. And Serb did. I loved working Serb. He's a great guy, and me and him had some good scraps. So he did. And also, when he came up to me after and shook my hand and said thank you for that, that's great as well. Like, just having that fucking friendship, that sportsmanship between each other, and him just appreciating that fact that I went out there and we did that together. Yeah, it was great.
Yeah, I mean, again, that must have been a really good feeling for you. So got a guy like the Serb who has been around for as long as he's been. He's got a lot of experience. And coming around and actually just thanking you for doing that for him.
Yeah,
it's got to be a great feeling for you as well. So
definitely.
Yeah, I mean, so it must have been a great feeling. But again, this is what brings a team that you're going to be always known with. Obviously, you're tag team champions now, but you weren't team with your current tag team champion partner at the time. You're a team with Aaron here.
Yes.
Gage, Dr. Gage, and you had Team Madness's first burst onto the scene, if you like, against Bashby and the Iron Serb. So do you guys remember that match?
Yeah, I mean, like any match me and Aaron had together as Team Madness, we had fun. You know what I mean? Whether we won or lost, we had fun. We went out there and the crowd had fun as well. So that was the main thing that we wanted to do. We just wanted, we obviously, we want to be good and we wanted to win, but the main thing that we wanted to do is go out there and have fun. Make the crowd have fun. Not just want to watch wrestling, see somebody win or lose, but have fun, have a laugh, enjoy themselves. And I think we did that. And some of my best memories from wrestling there, definitely.
I was going to say, Team Man has always had fun. They always had good times. And obviously, you mentioned Bashby there, and eventually the likes of Bashby and Frankie Summers eventually joined the group to known as Team Madness. You went on to host the awards night, which was obviously an amazing experience for you guys, I guess, doing that awards night.
I was hammered by the end of the night, mate.
But also, obviously, Team Madness, it develops and stuff. And then I'm guessing, you had some few matches of Team Madness building up to, going to Summerfest over in Leicester.
Oh, yes. All right, Nate. Cheers, mate.
I mean, we need to get onto it.
well, I was going to, but okay, mate. Okay, Nathan, mate.
Can I just say that
probably a little bit ahead of we're getting quite far into time. So I mean, Cat's going to be coming on soon, so we do need to talk about.
So let's let's get into that. Then let's get into that match. Let's get into that. The most disappointing probably moment in your career, that injury in Leicester.
Before that, I've had a fractured skull and a broken jaw, but I can tell you now, my dislocated shoulder was the worst pain I've ever had in my life. It was horrible. I remember Tommy trying to put it back for me backstage, and it just weren't happening, so I had to go to the hospital. And it was. Obviously, I knew it was dislocated. I've never dislocated before that, but obviously, there was something not right. And I was trying to carry on the match. I was going to try, as much as I wouldn't have been able to. But then I remember Nathan coming down and be like, "Fuck off backstage."
I do think that was the first ever substitution in wrestling.
I remember saying there. 1 minute, the next minute, I'll turn around. Nathan's on the apron.
How do you think I felt?
I think it's the first time I was ever happy to see Nathan's face.
I remember being on the balcony and this was going substitution, and I was like, "What? Okay." Sprinting.
And I remember getting taken to the hospital in Leicester and walking through this crowded A&E. Me and this fucking in my singlet, sweating my tits off, like, this hurts. And then fucking everyone's looking at me. This guy was getting brought in by the police, and he must have done something bad because he was surrounded, by about 8 policemen. He was all cuffed up, and he looked at me like I was a fucking sandwich. I'm telling you now. So I'm in all lycra and that. Everything's all showing, you know what I mean? He's looking at me, and he's probably just out of jail. And I was scared, man. I was scared.
I remember.
But, no, they looked after me there, but then obviously. I had to give up the New Blood Championship.
Yeah. How's that make you feel?
Mate, fucking heartbroken. I mean, I messaged the boss. I messaged him, when I knew how it was and how long I was going to be out. And obviously I said, I know I'm going to have to. And he said, he said, I appreciate you messaging me first and saying that. But I mean, even after all that, actually handing it over during that show,
doing it is harder. Yeah.
It fucking broke my heart. And like I said before, the tears in my eyes then, they were real. Because I felt like I've worked so hard to get to that point, and then
I mean, we have to look at the positives of it. I mean, the one positive came out of it, you did find love.
I mean,
just saying. Let's look at the positives here. But obviously you was out injured, which is hard for anyone who loves wrestling and wants to be wrestling. It's hard just to be watching and not be able to do the stuff you want to do. And then obviously you make your return. How was that, getting that chance to come back into wrestling?
Well, I mean, I made sure even when I was off, I couldn't be sat at home knowing there's a CPW show on and not be there. So even when I was injured, I had to be at the shows, and I helped out as much as I could. But most of the time, as most people will know, I ended up just getting fucking slaughtered with Bushy, Wes, and Martin. You know what I mean? but it was, as much as I love being there. Even when I was announcing or commentating, it's not the same. No. It's not the same as being able to go out there and wrestle. And when I was able to come back, that's when I was so excited for it. And then lockdown happened.
Yeah.
And, so, I mean, we just added more time on. And then I got injured again.
So I've got a question that leads on to a question here from Wes. You mentioned the second time getting injured, which again, first time is heartbreaking. Second time is frustrating. Wes puts, how did Lee feel when he was injured for the second time? And did you ever feel like just giving up? I just maybe not for me now. I keep getting injured.
No, I was pissed off at myself. It was my fault because I didn't warm up properly. I didn't warm up properly before that match, and it was my fault. So I was pissed off at myself more than anything.
Yeah.
And no, I didn't want to give up. No, I was 100% determined to come back. Like I said. like I said earlier, no, acting and wrestling, the only things I've been told I was good at. I'm not going to give up this. You know what I mean? And just, but yeah, it was hard.
Yeah,
but it was different because the first time it was just an accident, but the second time was my fault, and I was so pissed off at myself. I think you were there. I think you remember seeing me.
I remember you so angry.
I remember you sitting downstairs waiting to be picked up to take you to the hospital, and Tommy turned around to you and goes, "You can still be an announcer." Yeah. Come on, John. That's not happening, mate. That's not happening.
So we mentioned a minute ago. Obviously, Team Madness and the awards night. Contrary Wrestling asked the question. Just quickly find it again. Asked the question: How did Lee find hosting that CPW awards night?
Everything except for fucking singing "We Will Rock You." I was happy with doing, but
you didn't sing it.
I weren't. I was shitting myself about that, and rightfully so, because we were fucking awful doing that song. You know we were. We were all out of time. We couldn't sing. We were shy. But then the rest of it, I absolutely loved. You know, just being able to have a laugh. I mean, just take the piss out of each other and use pretty much all the piss out of me out of 4 points, I remember. And we had fun. And then by the end of the night, we were all plastered and dancing.
I do remember that night, and it was good fun to watch you guys. It was quite hilarious watching you guys back and forth communicating, and some people sometimes you come out and one person knows what's happening, the other people don't know what's happening. And everyone's like, "We've got this," and you're like, "I don't know if we have, but we're going to make out we've got this." And it went well, and like you say, you had a good time. Again, the next awards night, who knows who's going to be hosting that? Who knows we're going to have Talking Madness back doing it? Team Madness doing it or something. But before we finish and continue finishing off your career up to date, Lee, and discussing the last few moments of your career up to date with Dale, it's time now to introduce the one and only Kat Von Cage, who will be singing us at the end of the show tonight. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to welcome Kat Von Cage. Here she is. Hello, Kat.
Hey!
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 Have you got your hair tied up, or have you had a haircut?
Yeah, no, it's up. It's up.
Okay.
It's half up.
While you talk to Kat, I'm going for a slash. I'm sorry.
Okay, good to know. Hi, Kat. Hi, Kat. Welcome to the show. Lee's going for a week.
Awesome. Wow.
How are you doing, Kat?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. So, what we've got you on, and we've mentioned earlier a young girl that's been making waves in CPW, and we've mentioned that she's actually got a match with you on this week's episode of Next Gen Wrestling Moonlight. Young Carrie. What's your opinion then of young Carrie? What you've seen so far from her in CPW?
I think she's a really lovely girl. Obviously, I've seen her backstage and what have you, and yeah, I feel like she's really eager to learn and really she's I don't know, she's like a sponge, I feel. Do you know what I mean? Like I see her taking in her surroundings, I guess. But I feel at the end of the day, she's a trainee, so she'll have to bring it in her.
And we've also mentioned, and running in pay-per-view this Friday, we don't know any of the matches really. All we've been told, though, is that 2 women in CPW are going to be involved in a no DQ match. How would you feel, Kat, if that one of those women is you?
Well, I'm well up for it. I'd love to. I'd love to do it.
So you have no issues with getting a bit violent then?
God, no. Oh, hell no.
Actually,
no, I'm
that's always violent to me.
Villainess.
You didn't see Kat in that cage,
I was going to say, I just remembered that. As I asked that question, I was like, that's a stupid question. I just remember what she did inside that cage.
She enjoyed that, mate. She doesn't care about hurting people.
Listen, every time I see Kat,
as I well know.
Well,
every time I see Kat, she's violent to me. She's always battering me when I see her.
Well, we're going to have to wait and see what happens this week on Next Room Moonlight. Find out who are going to be those women in that match. What's going to happen with Carrie versus Kat Von Cage, and what other matches we're going to see at Dresden. But Kat, you are going to sing at the end of the night. Can you let us know first of all what is the song you're going to be singing at the end of the night?
Okay, so really fun tonight. It's actually a request from my number one fan, Jim, and it's a Britney song. It's "Baby One More Time."
Yes,
there you
a
go.
bit of Britney.
Classic, iconic, right?
There we go. So we're going to have a bit of Britney to finish the show off tonight, guys.
I guess I did like pigtails.
Before we do, Dale, where are we at in Lee's career? What's happening now, and what we're going to be finishing off with in Lee's career at the moment?
Look, say we've pushed through quite a lot of it because obviously we're running out of time. So I want to talk about again when after the lockdown finished and we managed to get shows done in August and we managed to get the CPW Galaxy back in there, and you came back. You had your first match as part of the Fallen. You and Tommy versus Nightmare X at History 7. Yes, so that match, again, emotions. What was the emotions for you going into that?
Man, it was a lot. It was coming back, after injury and then lockdown, and then coming back into a match with the champs, and then coming back into a match with the first person I was in a faction with, the person who taught me so much when I first came in. It was amazing. Obviously we didn't come out on top, but it was an amazing, such an amazing feeling. I mean, I was so excited to come back, and being able to do that with Tommy was brilliant, and the crowd reaction was incredible as well.
Yeah, I remember it. It was amazing.
It was. It felt so good coming through and hearing that screams, like people so happy. And I remember looking like me and Tommy working. We had some good tag team moves back in the day, and we were able to bust out a couple of them again, and it felt good to be able to do that again.
So we're up to here at this point, and I've got a question here. Obviously, we've come back to lockdown, and there's no more sort of team madness. Dr. Gage has turned.
I've just got to go toilet. I'll be back in a minute.
Dr. Gage has turned, and Dr. Gage has turned his back on you. So I've got a question from Wes, which was, how did you feel when Dr. Gage did turn his back on you?
Well, it's heartbreaking, ain't it? Your best friend fucking leaves you, ups and leaves you, and he blames it on your injuries. It's heartbreaking.
Sorry, that wasn't a question from Wes. That was a question from Richard Woodward. Sorry, I do apologise.
Well, yeah, thanks for that, Richard, mate.
But yeah, I mean, it's like I say, it's heartbreaking. My best mate, and then the ups and leaves me, blames it on me stealing his kebab, blames it on me fucking getting injured, yeah? And I'm sorry I got injured, bro. I'm sorry, but...
It's your own fault. You left me. I'm sorry, I'm going to put this out here now, Nathan. It's out there now. Yeah, you did steal my kebab. I'll admit that, yeah. That was a £10 worth of a kebab. Right? And you got injured, you left me to get the beating from everybody. And hold on, Nathan. No, I'm putting this out there.
Didn't I pay for the kebab?
No, you did not.
Oh, okay.
No, you did not. I just got your piece and now shut up.
Sorry.
Right. I'm going to put this out there, right? Every time I went into a match, I went in with the Serb, JJ, Roberts, every one of the time I went in there, yeah, and I got beaten, and I looked round for you, and where was you? You were in the crowd getting drunk. You were in the crowd getting drunk, or with sitting there with your girlfriend while I was getting beaten, and I just thought, you know what? This guy don't want me. He's not my friend. So then I found some new friends.
Well, that does break my heart, mate, because if it were you
broke mine.
If it were you that got injured, yeah, I wouldn't have turned my back on you so quickly. But like you say, I was sat there with my girlfriend, and I'm gonna have to give a shout out to Tina. I love you, darling. Yes, that's right. Show that heart. So I'm sorry, bro. And in answer to your question, Rich, it broke my heart when he did that. I want to go Godfather. I was like Al Pacino to Fredo. You broke my heart. You broke my heart. I knew it was you. You broke my heart.
Sorry, I when you said Fredo, I don't know why, but I just heard the words Frodo. I was thinking, fucking Al Pacino weren't in fucking. But yeah, you don't, mate. You broke my heart. I mean, in Leicester, when we tagged, it was like me, but Bashby, Ace, and that. You were in our corner. You know what I mean? You were there. And the next thing you know, he was gone, guys. He was gone. Every time I turn around to look for my best mate, my inspiration in wrestling, the guy that gives me, everything I need. And all I seen was you at the bar getting drunk, or you with your girlfriend. And I just thought, I need to find someone.
That's because I noticed backstage. I noticed backstage you getting a little tug off by Alex Connors, mate. What do you expect?
Right, I feel like this is a very sensitive subject, guys. I think we should, for the sake of the show and the sake of your health, we should move on from this. Let bygones be bygones. Kebabgate will always be there. Hashtag Kebabgate will always exist.
Kebabgate will be always famous.
Dale, what happens next in the career? Where do we go to?
Well, I'm just going to push it all the way to the present day.
Push it. Go on, you push it, Dale. Push
it
really hard.
That's real good.
Push it.
Now you are one half of the CPW Tag Team Champions with Eli.
That's right.
So how's that feeling? You, Eli, as the champions.
It's fucking brilliant. I mean, I have tried, obviously, as we've talked about throughout my career, to get those tag team titles. And I'm not, before you start, Aaron, I am not blaming my partners. It was a whole effort, and it was my fault as well. The reasons we didn't win. All right, so it's not just your fault before you start bitching at me, yeah? But when that day finally happened, when I was able to stand there with a brother and hold up a matching tag team title, that is a fucking amazing feeling.
That's what it's about, that moment, isn't it?
And yeah, when we were able to come backstage and just hug each other and just like look each other in the eye and try to realize we're the fucking champs. That was incredible. And then obviously me and Eli went off and got pissed. Standard.
Well, of course, yeah, obviously.
So we're at the end of your career now, and like you say, you're currently a tag team champion, but you're likely going to have to defend them anytime soon. And you're a fighting champion. You're happy to go in the ring with anyone. This brings me to a question. This brings me to a question from Aaron, who asks, which is now we've finished your career today. It's a perfect question. Is who has been your favourite opponent to step in the ring with up to date?
I'm gonna have to say Mr. Richards, just because of the fucking feeling. Definitely.
There we go. Mr. Richards.
I've never felt such an atmosphere than what I felt in that match. And I can only fucking dream that I'm going to get that kind of atmosphere again. And I'm hoping it's because of me that time and not because it's Mr. Richards. I'm hoping it's because of me that causes that atmosphere.
And that's the feeling you want, I guess, isn't it? That you have to have a feeling of that be able to have that reaction when you come out through the curtain one day. But before Kat sings, then we're going to ask the traditional question to all our guests: what's your Mount Rushmore? CPW Mount Rushmore.
We have said this before, and I know I've said this before, but mine is Mr. Richards, obviously. Dale, because Dale since day one. Dale is CPW gold. There's no question about it. There should be a Dale title. That's what
24 Dale title.
24 Dale title.
I'm going to say Dan Evans, because he's been in some of the most amazing matches I've ever fucking seen.
Yeah.
And Will, because he's my sensei, he's my teacher, he's taught me fucking, more than I can ever fucking thank him for. So, yeah.
Question, Lee, is one of your dogs snoring?
Yes, he is. Did you hear it?
I was sat here and I was like, I swear I can hear someone snoring. I can hear snoring in here. And I was going, what is that?
Even the dog gets bored of Lee.
I do know we've said these Mount Rushmore before, and like I said, that's a solid Mount Rushmore. Guys that have been mentioned in many other people's Mount Rushmores up to date.
I can't. What was your Mount Rushmore?
I mean, I can't remember. I guess we'll wait until if we're ever guests on our show as well.
Yeah.
We'll
know mine. I remember the female on mine anyway.
Yeah. On the back of that, then, Lee, obviously, it's been a pleasure talking to you. An insight into your career. Dale's brought out all the history facts again, and this time, 100% correct.
On this occasion.
Spot on, Dale.
On this occasion.
We mentioned Talking Madness and the awards. CBW have put here, the Talking Madness crew will be hosting the awards night this July.
No way.
Hashtag pipe bomb. Yeah, I should have made that more dramatic.
Hold on.
As long as I'm allowed to get pissed like I was last time, it's fine.
No. Rule this time is you have to be sober to do it.
I quit. I'm going.
Can we just rewind that? And Nathan, can you make that bigger this time?
Okay. Rewind. So just on the back of talking about your career there, Lee, obviously you've had a great career today, and it's been a pleasure talking to you and getting the history of you. We have mentioned the awards night as well, but hashtag spoiler, hashtag pipe bomb. Oh my God, another big announcement here on Talking Madness on Sunday evening. You've got to sit in your chairs for this one or you will fall over. But ladies and gentlemen, this July, the awards night, ladies and gentlemen, the host will be the Talking Madness crew.
Oh my God!
Wow.
I don't believe it.
Oh my God!
I think that was good.
Kat, you know you're part of that crew, so you've got to do it with us as well.
Oh yeah, technically Kat is part of the crew now.
Hey, there you go.
Dale, I'm not talking to you. Don't talk to me, Dale.
Oh,
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Still not talking to you.
But can we sing a song with Kat?
Oh yeah, we should re-sing that song from earlier.
So it's yes.
We can't sing, and Kat will make you sound shit. I'm sorry, but we
what are you on about, mate? I'm gonna melody. I'm gonna get the melody on this one. I'm gonna like what's it called?
Get the harmonies.
Yeah, I'm getting the harmonies going here, mate.
Harmonize.
Do you know what? Right?
Sing Careless Whisper.
No, listen. I'm gonna put this there, and if Cov Pro Wrestling agrees to it, to me and Lee. We'll dress up, right? I'm part of it. If Kat sings Britney Spears' "Baby One More Time," me and Leah will dress up as Britney Spears.
Hang on. Why are we not all dressing up?
Okay. No, not dressed up as Britney Spears.
Dale would dress up in. Dale would dress up in a school. Dale would dress up as a schoolgirl if we're all doing it because he won't want to look like the other person out. Trust me.
He won't.
No, I would. I would.
Plus, if the boss told him to do it,
happy to be on one out.
So
okay, we need to do choreography then and make like a scene out of it. Why not?
I'm on that. I can do
no, Nathan, no.
Hey,
Nathan,
I studied dance at university.
Yeah. But remember, We Will Rock You, and you made.
You remember that? It was awful.
It wasn't awful. It was going to be really good. It was going to be really good, but you guys were crap at learning choreography.
No, mate. Mate, you were like Louis Spence.
Oh, mate, I'm better than Louis Spence, mate.
Mate. The only thing you and Louis Spence have in common is you both tug off men.
Louis Spence in the
house. Right, come on, can we get on to this? It's going to be great. Can we get on to a song?
Yeah,
please. Cat on Cage. We're going to sing "Happy Birthday" again to the boss, are we?
Cat.
Oh, Cat, can you do it like as in like Marilyn Monroe? Thank the president.
Yeah, of course. The only thing is, guys, my microphone is just like I haven't got a mic, it's just died. So it'll have to be a cappella, but yeah, let's do it.
Your voice is beautiful. You'll be fine doing a cappella.
All right, Nathan.
All right, sorry.
Sweet penny cat.
I'm not allowed to give compliments to our guests and our co-hosts.
Thank you.
I mean, I gave Lee a compliment. Lee, you're looking tall today.
Wanker.
You wouldn't see me take the mick out of his height.
No, definitely not. No,
I never stoop that low.
That's hard stuff. You don't need to.
Right. Okay. Composure, guys. Take 2 of Happy Birthday for the Boss. Are we all singing or just Cat
No,
singing?
No, Cat.
No,
Oh,
Cat's
just Cat
doing
singing.
it like Marilyn
Right,
Monroe
okay.
style.
So here we have
Yeah, that's not a present. Fucking hell.
special happy birthday from Cat Von K.
Have I got to do it like Marilyn?
Yeah.
Go.
Okay. I might let's do it. I love it. I'm like living my Marilyn Monroe fantasy right now.
Oh, yeah.
So,
How
okay.
many?
Okay, ready?
Go.
Okay. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Mr. Richards. Happy birthday to you.
Brilliant.
That was amazing.
Hip hip
Yeah.
It sounded incredible, but all I could see was Nathan.
Oh, mate,
And Nathan, mate, I'm sorry, Nathan.
I thought we were enjoying the moment and having to celebrate it with her.
Oh no! See, what I did was just like had my screen just Cat only, so I didn't get to see Nathan's head.
Shame.
No,
You know
I
what I
couldn't
mean?
see him either. I couldn't see Cat, so it's all right.
The last thing I
Oh,
want to
yeah.
do is hear
Good.
Cat doing a Marilyn Monroe impression and then Nathan's face.
I added the choreography to it.
Louis Spencer shitting himself.
Louis Spence. I'm Louis Spence. Hello, Spence.
Oh
Fabulous.
my god!
Let's go
Oh my
and
god!
It was actually a really good Louis Spence impression.
Oh my!
It really was.
I mean, can you two stop flirting and let's get
Right,
on to
anyway, guys,
Aslam.
it's time to
Get
almost
back
end the
in.
show,
Get
ladies
back
and
in
gentlemen.
Narnia.
It's time to almost end the show, guys. And before we do our outros and our announcements at the end of the show, we are going to have the beautiful Cat Von Cage singing for us with a bit of Britney Spears.
Oh,
We'll
yeah.
be dancing away,
Let's do it.
but you won't see me because she is now once again the face of Talking Madness.
Oh, yeah.
Best face we've ever had.
Absolutely.
Cat, when you're ready, take it away.
Oh, baby, baby. Oh, baby, baby. Oh, baby, baby. How was I supposed to know that something wasn't right here? Oh, baby, baby. I shouldn't have let you go. Oh. And now you're out of sight, yeah. Show me how you want it to be. Tell me, baby, 'cause I need to know now. Because my loneliness is killing me, and I must confess, I still believe, when I'm not with you, I lose my mind. Give me a sign, hit me, baby, one more time. Oh, baby, baby, the reason I breathe is you. Oh, yeah. Boy, you got me blinded. Oh, pity, baby, there's nothing that I wouldn't do. It's not the way I planned it. Show me how you want it to be. Tell me, baby, 'cause I need to know now. Because my loneliness is killing me, and I must confess, I still believe, when I'm not with you, I lose my mind. Give me a sign, hit me, baby, one more time. Oh, baby, baby, yeah. Oh, baby, baby, how was I supposed to know? Oh, baby, baby, I shouldn't have let you go. I must confess that my loneliness is killing me now. Don't you know I still believe that you will be here and give me a sign. Hit me, baby, one more time. My loneliness is killing me, and I must confess, I still believe, when I'm not with you, I lose my mind. Give me a sign. Hit me, baby, I must confess that my loneliness is killing me now. Don't you know I still believe that you will be here and give me a sign. Hit me, baby, one more time. Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Can I just ask?
Yes.
You know when he got to the bit, where it's like, still believe. Did every single one of us do it? Because I did.
Yes.
Yeah, I was like high pitching a bit.
Still believe.
I mean,
I seen you go like, I was like, yeah.
With my dogs. With
Like,
my dogs, I was like,
toilet.
still believe.
yeah, Aaron, you didn't mute your microphone. Halfway through that, she was singing and you ruffled your microphone. It just turned to you trying to put headphones.
Sorry.
What was I say? I remember that song because I remember learning the dance to that song, and I used to remember, you know, the songs that she.
You remember wearing the outfit as well.
No, because you know the songs that she did back then when she did like that one and a few others around the time. She always had that blonde guy dancing with her. The same blonde guy had the like.
I've never noticed. I'll have a look.
No.
Yeah, the same guy was in the same guy was in all the music videos, right? And I used to pretend I was.
How old do you think we were? Yeah, when she was doing all that. Yeah. You really think blokes that were in her video?
No. Do you know what I mean? You look at the blokes in the video. What's wrong with you?
No. I'm just saying because I was into dancing and I like dance, and he was obviously her like main backup dancer. And I remember him being in all her videos, and I used to pretend that I was him, and I used to learn his part, so I could be like, yes, I'm going to be the one behind Britney Spears dancing.
Oh my
Nathan.
Never happened.
CPW management, yeah. CPW management, you've heard it there. At the awards night, we're going to see Nathan doing a Britney Spears fucking dance. Yeah.
Oh, mate, I don't remember
it. I'll sing you. You dance.
I'm gonna have to learn it again.
Yeah, you can be the choreographer for everyone else. So if anyone else
I'm not dancing to it.
Dale's doing the full.
I'm not talking you still, Dale.
Dale's doing the full Monty on the night.
Yeah, that would just be the worst thing ever.
You know what the worst bit about that song is?
What?
That song came out when I started going nightclubbing. And I
started going?
Yeah. Wow. Legally.
Legally, yeah.
And I remember it was on in every nightclub, and the girls thought they were Britney Spears.
Absolutely.
And, you know what I mean? They were more like bloody, I don't know, William Shakespeare than Britney Spears. You know what I mean? Because half the girls you cover like hairy.
Yeah.
No offense, guys. No offense, guys.
What's your spiritual about?
No offense, guys.
If
I'm having a dance, I'd rather dance to a way better song than Britney Spears' "Baby One More Time."
Oh,
and there's way better songs. There's way better songs that Kat could sing, and I could dance to.
Are you a Thriller man?
I mean,
he's a Spice Girls fan.
What are you gonna do?
I mean,
you're gonna do some interpretive dance.
I mean, it's been a few years since I've done. It's been a few years since I've done any contemporary ballet or contemporary, but I'm pretty sure I can still do some contemporary interpretive.
Oh, we go.
Now he's turning into Darcy Bustle.
Anyway, guys, as much as we can talk about this
Darcy Bustle now, isn't it?
As much as I can talk about this all night, we're not going to talk about this all night. Kat, once again, that was amazing singing. Thank you once again.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank
That's
you.
beautiful.
Such a beautiful
Pleasure.
song. Aaron, is your YouTube working?
No, mate. It's just totally like me. It's crashed.
Okay, so I'm going to quickly go back onto the world of YouTube. Just see what's going on. There's a lot of love for you there, Kat. At the end, CPW are booking and unbooking stuff here regarding the award show.
Wow.
Things are getting booked and unbooked quickly.
I think it's the thought of you dancing, Nathan's, and booked everyone from going.
No, I think he was happy to book the Britney Spears thing, and then as soon as I said contemporary ballet interpreted band, he was like,
Fuck that.
because mate, no one wants to see you.
And
in
I'm not
a
doing
tutu.
ballet, mate. I'm not dressed in a tutu.
I'm not gonna
I'm
lie,
not
yeah.
doing ballet, mate.
Like Dale, mate. I'm
But
not
you
gonna
dress as
fucking
Britney
lie.
Spears.
I'd love to see Nathan try and do ballet. I would fucking.
Nathan could do it. I'll happily sit and watch him.
I've done a bit of ballet, but I would rather see Dale in a leotard trying to do Swan Lake.
Nate,
That will never happen.
Ballet, yeah. When I worked at the theatre, yeah, and I had to fucking like work on the Russian ballet, the Moscow ballet. Mate, those
insane.
guys, yeah, they are fucking incredible.
You see,
they are fucking fit, man. Yeah, how, mate? I'd love to see you try and do that.
But I mean, I'm not that good. I mean,
I have no doubt that these are very talented people, but I won't be doing it.
I would ask you guys
Don't limit yourself, Dale.
I would ask you guys what your favourite ballets are or your favourite ballets to watch, but I'm probably sure you've never seen any.
I'm not that cultured, Nathan. Oh my good God.
No, you're probably only one.
Don't think I know about ballet is Spandau Ballet. That's about as much as it goes.
Oh my God.
Gold.
I'll have a proper chat about ballets with Kat another time then, rather than
really?
Yeah, you do that. Yeah, you do
that.
Nathan.
Yeah, just give us a memo what day that's going to be, and we'll make sure we're all out that day.
We're all terribly like got other appointments.
Anyway, there's a bit of chat about there's been some chat here about Morris and the Beast. Morris being the natural born killer, he's gonna have gold soon. The Beast isn't ready for the smoke. A lot of love for people doing the Superstars project. Also about the Superstars project. Mentioning the feud with Serb was a great feud there that we discussed earlier in the night. Morris bringing up the fact that he was the first ever Galaxy champion in that triple threat match.
Yes, he was. But Morris, I was the first ever New Blood champion. So let's not start measuring dicks, mate. Calm down.
I've seen yours, mate.
There's been a lot of love for you, Wes, for you, Lee, all night. Wes has put here, when Lee is the hooligan, he reminds me of Brian Pillman back in the day.
Oh, bro, thank you.
Yes, Brian Pillman, yes.
I like Paul Bearer.
Yeah.
Drake Winters mentioned the tag team division. Seems to be tag division before the Empire. The times are changing, so the division. Basically making out they're the ones that have made the division what it is. Someone's put here, Aaron has put Drake and Rage, the tag team of the new natural disasters.
I mean, that can work.
There you go. Look.
It's been busy on YouTube. We thank everyone for all your questions. We thank everyone for joining us once again. Kat, we want to thank you for joining us again tonight and singing for us as you are part of the Talking Madness crew. And we are going to be hosting the awards night. Lee, what's your final message for the CPW Galaxy and the people watching tonight?
Thank you for the past few years of support and love from you guys, man. I wouldn't be where I am without you. I don't think CPW would be where we are without you. So thank you. We fucking love you. And we cannot wait until the 22nd elimination when we're back in front of you, motherfuckers. Let's have it large.
There we go. There we go. You
Nathan.
just mentioned about dick swinging, and Morris put Leyton wouldn't want to embarrass you.
I love you. In the future.
On that note, ladies and gentlemen,
Nathan, hold on, Nathan. I know you usually finish off because obviously, we're just your minions.
Yes, of course.
Not true at all. You're my co-host and my friends and brothers.
Can I finish tonight?
Aaron, if you would like to
you two stop arguing. Let's get to Aaron's point.
Dale, I was actually being nice here. I was going, Aaron, if you'd like to close the show off and make the final announcements, you're more than welcome to take it away, my friend.
Because obviously, I've not been here for a couple of weeks, and
I've missed you, Aaron.
But if you miss anything, Aaron, I'll let you know.
Cheers, mate. But obviously, Nathan, you did do a readout for me, and it was lovely. And that was the Jack one, weren't it?
Yes.
And since then, we know that the Rats and Snakes have been watching again. So once again, to the Rats and Snakes, I've got two things for you. There's one of them. There's the other one of them. Yeah. You know where we are. You either ride or die. These are my brothers and sisters. The galaxy is my family. Go fuck yourselves.
CP dog, CP dog, CP dog.
That's amazing, Aaron. But you missed a few things off.
Sorry, mate.
Go on then, Nathan.
That's why you're the host, Nathan.
So yeah,
that's why the host, mate.
Obviously, ladies and gentlemen, I can't say any better than what Aaron just said there about the rats and the snakes. But this is Talking Madness, and Talking Madness. At the end of this show, you will have a free match from Next Gen Wrestling Moonlight, which will feature Apollo Vela versus Will Starr. And remember, this Tuesday, you can get Next Gen Wrestling episode 16 to rent. And from 8 o'clock, you can purchase and pre-order the tickets, the purchase of the pay-per-view for Friday, Adrenaline, which will be taking place this week. And also from Wednesday, the Next Gen Wrestling Moonlight episode will be available on demand. So remember,
on demand.
You need to watch it to find out what matches are going down at Adrenaline. You need to
you
order the
can't wait for
pay-per-view
that.
to make sure you see the most violent pay-per-view of the year. That's this
I did
Friday.
call one thing, Nathan. I did call one thing right, didn't I?
What?
About the next Adrenaline matches. I did call one thing right.
Yeah, Dow's going to be the referee of all of them.
Yeah.
Yes,
you could put money on that one. Oh, see, catch the supporters out.
And ladies and gentlemen, as always, we have been Talking Madness. I have been one of your hosts, Nathan Lewis, joined by my fellow hosts, Dow Richards and Aaron tonight.
Yes.
He has been our guest. And our other...
The lamb chops are gone, guys. The lamb chops are gone.
Our other member of the Talking Madness family, the talented one out of the four of us when it comes to singing, Kat Von Cage. Once again,
let's be fair.
The five of us.
When it comes to 20, is it?
The five of us are happy to join you every Sunday and entertain you on your Sunday evenings. Now, I wish you a good night. And remember, we at CPW ride or die, and we are here to take over. And ladies and gentlemen, enjoy the match. Enjoy your week. See you on Friday for the pay-per-view. See you next Sunday. And again, as always, we're going to stick the fingers up to the haters.
Some of that.
That is right. All of you.
Yeah.
All of you.
A good night, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you.
We're going to see. So let's head into the back.
Ladies and gentlemen, your next match is a singles match scheduled for one goal. Introducing first, the unspoken truth, Apollo Vela!
This is another bit of music, you know, when you hear it, something funky is going to happen.
Yeah.
Because this guy's as funky as they come. Not this guy. Oh, we're seeing Kurt Pliskin. Kurt Pliskin back donning the referee's red. Great victory. And then the mood seemingly changing in the room at the arrival of Apollo Vela. You know, this match could look at this. Another one whose energy is just dark and mysterious. I was about to say I'm so looking forward to this match, because this match could be the headline match of any of our big shows that we have live in front of the CPW audience. This is going to be tremendous.
It's going to be a classic.
And we've seen this many times. The blessing. He called Will Starr the fake prophet, or his manager Dominic De Winter called him the fake prophet. And now Apollo's going to have to answer to those words.
Opponents, the chosen one, Will Starr!
Always.
And the chosen one, Will Starr, looking to to challenge Apollo Vela tonight.
Listen, Will Star, this is going to be a tremendous action, and Will Star knows this is probably his most dangerous match since History 7, where we lost the CPW lineal heavyweight champion, because this Apollo Vela is absolutely no joke. You know, Will Star is known within our circles certainly as Jesus, you know, and him calling Will Star the fake prophet. Wow, I'm so looking forward to this. Like I said now, Apollo Vela, there is no more talk. You've got to answer to Will Star. Oh, we lock up for this co-main event of the evening. This has the potential to be one of the matchups of the year. And ladies and gentlemen, voting will be available in the next couple of weeks for our annual awards. I'm not even going to be excited out of match this year. Listen, I've won it 5 years out of 6 match of the year. Don't worry about it. Not this year though. Gutted. But if everybody can win it, it's this man, Will Star. Some say he's the best ever in CPW. And me personally, after being in with him in the Prism match, I have to give him that title as the best of all times in CPW. Only just by a bit. In fact, I think me and him are equal. Are we going here for now? Test of strength. Listen, when I stepped in there with Will Star, we got a very, very different Will Star. He went to the trenches with me. I took him to Hal. I took him further to Hal. I tried to do. Listen, and then he went 15 foot up on the steel cage. Bam! Dropped the elbow in my heart. Game over. That's the kind of aggression that Will Star can bring, and I think he's going to need that here tonight. Those forearms don't seem to be making no effect on Apollo Vela. Oh, what we got? We got Will Star trying to block the karate offense. Oh, both of these two, yes. Up. Listen, clearly both scouts. These two will know each other very, very well. They would have studied tapes. They're both students of the game here in CPW. And right now we're into the side headlock. These two both jostling for supremacy right now as the kick misses. Oh, another Will Star seemingly trying to. Oh!
And Apollo taken down there by Will Star. Oh! And Will Star working on the ankle of Apollo Vela.
We've seen this very recently, certainly since history with Will Star. He's gone back to the old school style of wrestling where he's looking to manipulate the joints. He's trying to ensure that you can't stand, you can't hold, you can't throw punches, especially with someone like Apollo who's very adequate and he's more than adequate. He's very impressive with his strikes, certainly with the leg strikes. Will Star looking to create some damage to that area of Apollo Vela's body.
And that will definitely help him on later on in the match. So.
Absolutely, as we always say, sometimes in this business you have to put collateral in the bank for later on in the match, and right now they're both looking to cover. Oh, listen, look at that speed from a bull. You can tell he won tonight. You can see he's loving it. Just like I'm loving it.
He's got springs in his
absolutely
step.
And I'm loving this action right now as we're in a stalemate right now, both just trying to figure out, trying to see the first one to flinch, and right now nobody's doing the flinching. Oh, there's beautiful wrist control there by Apollo Vela. Here we go, head scissors takes down Apollo Vela. Well, now we've still got to ask the question: where is Dominic De Winter tonight? Why isn't he here with Apollo Vela? Listen, probably hiding under that ring. Wouldn't surprise me. Trust any of these. They're all crabs. A lot of them are all crabs. As there, Apollo Vela escaping the head scissors and then putting Will Star into a little submission of his own, saying, "Yo, Will Star, I can do everything you can do, and I can do it a little different." As he transfers the stress onto the shoulder of Will Star right now, but Will Star able to get back to his feet. Lovely little kind of hip throw there from Will Star, and now he's back in control. This time, Will Star looking to cause some issues to Apollo's own shoulder. And here we go. We've just seen this with Will Star. Look, that's how equally matched these two are right now in this early going. As the head scissors clamped on Will Star's neck. So so much to gain from this matchup. Look at this. This is what we're talking.
Athleticism.
Absolutely. Look at this. Oh! Both showing they've got escapes from the head scissors. Beautiful, beautiful. 50-50 kind of matchup this is. Very, very technical. But this is like a chess match. It's not like the meat and potatoes that I like to get involved in. These two, look at it, like stretching. I think he's doing his hamstring.
It must have been the head scissors.
Absolutely. It's the effects of the start of the work that Will Starr has put onto the legs of Apollo Vela. Normally, we'd see the collar and elbow tie up, but not today. These two are really, they know if they get into that situation, then that will give the advantage to either. But right now, we'll start again back to the
left leg.
Absolutely, back to the legs. Look, driving that elbow into the knee can cause some cartilage damage, some meniscus damage there. And there's a perfect response from Apollo Vela.
And back with the elbow to the knee.
Absolutely.
Digging into Apollo Vela's
Absolutely.
knee there.
Could cause a parrot beat, kind of tearing the cartilage, them kind of deep elbows into that area. Oosh! And you see the way he just twisted the ankle as he dropped that elbow onto the knee as well. There we go. Like we said to you last week on... It's very, very important in this business that you get an advantage when you're in that ring, whether it be in a dirty tactics or like this, where you're just putting the collapse in the bank, like we said, for later on in the match, tying him up, turning him like a lace. It's like a lace right now. Look, this is like a lace. This is like Twister. Oh, you play Twister with good-looking girls. You fancy playing Twister later?
I'll think about it.
Think about it. Right, you ain't got long to think about it. You're locked down at 12 o'clock. Ain't happening. Boris Johnson, you're spoiling all our fun. One thing you can't spoil right now is this matchup. What do you think psychologically a victory for either men brings to their mindset?
I mean, it brings a lot. These are both incredible competitors, so even men winning tonight, it's going to be an incredible victory.
Absolutely. Dominic De Winter mentioned that Will Starr buried people when he was champion. He held people down. He wasn't accommodating to others who were trying to climb the ladder. Listen, Will Starr backed down from no challenge whatsoever. So there was times when I was matchmaking, I'm like, Will, I can't give you this match. He was like, Mr. Richards, give me it. I want to prove that I'm the best of all times. And I said, listen, I'm the best of all times. And he said, listen, I beat you, so that makes me the best of all times. Then I can't argue. This is a true fighting champion. He may not have the belt around his waist, but listen, CPW Galaxy, you don't need me to tell you how important Will Starr is to us all here in CPW. Cover! And jealousy and envy are traits that people shouldn't have in their heart. And right now, I know Apollo Vela and Dominic De Winter, listen, they're just jealous of Will Starr's abilities and his accomplishments here in CPW. Referee checking on Will Starr as Will check. Listen, that's the first time we looked for Will Starr trying to get an angle out of this match there as he ducked under the ropes, hoping that referee Kurt Pliskin would cause some separation. But Apollo Vela knew that. Straight onto Will Starr, taking him into the middle of the ring, no ropes.
Working on the left arm of Will Starr.
Yes, absolutely. And here's why. Because Will Starr's finisher is that beautiful elbow. I talked about it. He dropped it 15 feet off the prison into my heart. And listen, it's not my heart. So he knows he's got to make sure that Will Starr is not capable of climbing those ropes and delivering that fatal elbow. Because listen, nobody's kicked out of it. 0 people have kicked out of that elbow. That is the game ender. And right now, Apollo Vela just making sure that there isn't a game ender in sight and that Will Starr isn't able to deliver any kind of big elbow from the heavens.
Almost trying to dislocate his shoulder.
Absolutely. The bridge there from Will Starr, just helping him alleviate the pressure that's being placed on his body. Cover! Clever by Apollo Vela. He knew that Will Starr can't stay in that position for too long. Cover! Second cover! 2. Like I said earlier, this is a chess match. This is the beautiful side of wrestling. Listen, Naomi, there's a lot of things you can learn from this. Don't get me wrong. I love the meat and potato smash mouth kind of style. But listen, this is the way you're going to pick up wins and get the job done.
Oh, and Apollo Vela makes it to the rope. Oh.
Oh, there we go. There's the damage.
And this is what we were talking about. Focusing on Will's left arm.
And look at that. Here you go. Look, if you see that, he's just stamping on his feet.
Oh.
Sorry, on his hands. Also trying to break his hand, making make it so there's no chance that Will Starr can use that arm to drop any kind of elbow. What a tremendous live show this has been so far, Naomi. And we've still got the Morrison Taco match to go after this. But right now, I don't want to see this end. This is a great chess match. Oh, look at this. Oh. Sometimes you have to take it a step too far. And this is definitely a step too far.
All 4 fingers bent back.
And everybody knows who's had their fingers bent back, how that feels. That's just one thing. He's had 4 bent back. I think he may have a trip to the hospital. Oh! He's, listen, upon a that, he's making sure every part of the arm is incapacitated and unusable. And now, right, Will Starr can only, as you can see, can only use his right hand. Oh! I think that's broke his arm. I think that's broke his arm. But these are the lengths these competitors will go to for victory and domination of this situation. Dominic De Winter is definitely missing his charge, putting on an excellent performance as yet again.
And another submission, working on the neck and arm.
Will trying to find any way out of there. He's grabbing the mask, and everybody knows taking off a luchador's mask is the biggest respect. Yes, has the biggest disrespect. And Will Starr, I think, is just paid for trying to take that mask off. You have to worry about Will Starr's arm now. You know, this is kind of going beyond your competitive match. You have to start worrying about the welfare of the former CPW Lineal Heavyweight Champion.
Oh, what a drop kick! Cover.
You know, anybody watching on yourself on the Superstars Project, listen, intently watch this, because what you're watching here is a masterclass of technical wrestling. Oh, both men you can see are absolute students of the game. Oh, we've seen this before. Look at this. Like I said, this match seems to be going beyond just the norm of wrestling. We have to start worrying about the welfare of Will Starr right now.
And I'm certainly worried for the welfare of his arm.
Now, maybe this actually isn't about kind of proving a point. Maybe this is just about taking Will Starr out of CPW once and for all. Here we go. Cover 2. There's one thing's for sure. Will Starr will absolutely give everything he's got to leave victorious here tonight.
Chops exchanged.
Oh! Panther spinning heel kick we see from Will Starr.
Classic.
Match in and match out. Vintage Will Starr there. Absolutely vintage. Vintage like that the bottle of champagne I've got back at home. I've got till 12 o'clock to drink. We've seen this again. You've seen this many a times, Naomi. Here we go. Vintage Will Starr. Absolutely. That's what took him to the top of the summit of CPW for 535. What? Who's this? Who's this? It's Dingo.
It's Dingo.
Dingo. It's Danny Doherty. What on earth is he doing here?
Coming for Reggie.
He's coming for something. We know that Danny Doherty is part of Dominic De Winter's dynasty. What is the connection here? That's got to be the connection, obviously. But why? Oh!
Another shot to the left.
Absolutely. Maybe Danny Doherty is just wounded because he lost to the referee who's in charge of this match. But inside the ring, the match continues. As Will Starr's looking, he needs to keep an eye on himself now. As we go for that, we know. Go on.
That figure 4.
Let me hear it. Let me hear it. Woo! There we go. The tribute to the Nate by Will Starr. And Danny Doherty looking to try and interfere.
What does he want?
Whatever Dominic De Winter's reason Dominic De Winter's not here, clearly he must have sent Danny Doherty in here to help Apollo Vela if things if shit hit the fan.
Oh. And Danny Doherty is helping Apollo Vela reach the bottom rope.
And even the referee Kurt Biscuit has to have one head in his back. Here we go. He's got it locked in. Will Star looking to reach the rope.
Wait.
Come on, Will Star. We've never seen Will Star tap. Never seen Will Star tap. I don't think we'll ever see Will Star tap. The heart of a champion there. But now I'm really, really worried about the numbers game here. Maybe James Cross and Dominic De Winter are here as well. Maybe they are actually here to make sure Will Star don't do the job done. And here we go. The blessing. Will Star able to fight out of it.
And counted.
That arm's restricting what he can do. The arm is restricting him. Oh! Panted Will Star suplex there. But for me, it looks like Will Star's having to run on muscle memory. He's going for it. He's going for it. You're going to see it live. You're going to see it. The elbow from the heavens. Oh! You can see there Will Star.
Vela missed. Rolled out of the way.
Absolutely, Will Star just not confident climbing up there. Listen, like I said,
crashing down.
I've seen Will Star climb them ropes, and he climbed even higher in the prison. And I've seen the confidence. I did not see the same confidence in his face as he climbed the turnbuckles there. Referee now onto a count of 2, 3. Danny Doherty still at ringside. What's he doing?
Oh,
he's up. He's actually doing it. Oh! Have some of that for your dinner, Danny Doherty. Some kangaroo pie. Low
blow by Apollo Vela to Will Star.
What on earth was that? Oh! Surely not! No! Oh. Come on, man!
Well, a victory over the Chosen One by Apollo Vela.
Not only a victory by Apollo Vela, but a convincing victory over Will Star. Albeit, no, it weren't convincing because Danny Doherty, he had to eat the super kick, and Apollo Vela capitalised. You talk about, and you're part of this. You talk about capitalisation. He capitalised certainly there. And let me tell you, this is not often you see Will Star beaten here in CPW. That is going to send shockwaves amongst the CPW galaxy. Watching the CPW galaxy at home. What now for Will Star?
Well, right now it's just pure frustration.
I think the lockdown could be good for Will Star. He's going to have to go back home and spend the next month trying to figure out. And here, you can see, you've never seen Will Star manhandling referees like that. But here, he's just manhandled. Wow. Will Star has just been beaten.
By Apollo Vela, yeah, he has. Incredible.
When you preach certain words to people like Dominic De Winter, you have to be able to back it up, and boy oh boy did we see Apollo Vela.
See a man back his words up.
Absolutely. Wherever Dominic De Winter is, I'm sure he's very proud.
He's very proud of his